Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. Y'all already know what it is. We back with another one of them things, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, I mean, we all know we just had a whole night to digest what the hell just took place. What the hell did we just witness? The Miami Heat clearly are in trouble. The Heat are about to piss away a 3-0 lead, and Memorial Day just got interesting. And y'all let me know, do they have any shot of winning in TD Garden? I don't see it. The Heat are in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how do they scratch out of this. I don't know how do they claw out of this. There's no way out, in my humble opinion. It seems like doom is inevitable. You understand? And I want to go back to some of the things that I was discussing about the arrogance of Mr. Jimmy Butler. All throughout the situation that Jimmy has been behind the wheels and stuff for the Miami Heat, despite them this situation slipping from them, and you've seen it when they pissed away Game 4, that this series is starting to shift in a completely different direction, and clear as day. Pardon me, you saw it, and the Miami Heat now find themselves in a serious hole. Give credit to Jimmy Butler that he tried to get him out and tried to secure that win yesterday. You had the heroics. I mean, seriously, of Mr. Derek White. I mean, seriously, I knew this kid had talent even when I seen him out playing San Antonio. So it's not surprising that he went to a hell of a system and a pedigree here in Boston. And I do believe the sky's the limit. Let me tell you something. I think if the Boston wins this series, they've seriously been battle tested. I think they're going to give the Denver Nuggets a hell of a run for their money. I like that matchup. A lot of people are still counting the Boston Celtics out and betting on history. We never seen a 3-0 deficit before, but have we ever seen them come all the way back to a Game 7? I don't think we've ever seen that or witnessed that in history, if I'm not mistaken. If we did, let me know in the NBA. Right now, it's not about records and what ain't never been done and statistics. You have one game for the right to go to the NBA Finals. Both teams win or go home. And the team that was just in an 0-3 deficit has home court advantage. I was just discussing this with Zen Master. How the hell does a team lose home court advantage and then snatch it right back? I mean, have we ever seen something like this before? Where I don't think so. Where it just got immediately ripped right back. I mean, it's ridiculous how it all occurred. But I mean, it is what it is. The Miami Heat are serious. They look like there was a threat, but now it's looking like we don't know. And you got the Denver Nuggets just sitting back laughing, while all this is taking place. I know we're going to have people say, one team is getting well rested and the other team is in rhythm. And, I understand both parties, where both parties could be coming from, who may have an advantage, if it's an advantage here or there. I don't know. But I do know that the Denver Nuggets could use this rest. And whoever gets to the finals in the Eastern Conference, they're going to be banged up. They may be in rhythm, but they're going to be banged up. And are they ready to run up in that altitude up there in Denver? You understand? That's something to really think about. You got these two teams. I think both of these teams could be doomed because they got to go up to that altitude after just going through hell. These teams are really putting each other through hell. If Miami win tonight, tomorrow, whenever, it'd be just ridiculous if they did secure it. But look at the effort, look at the mental, look at all of that they had to go through. Denver, they wrapped their series up 1-2-3. It was just everything. There was nothing. And now you have these two teams just really wearing each other down. Let me know who y'all like in this game coming up. I'm going to roll with the Boston Celtics due to the fact that they did win home court advantage. I think that this building, this atmosphere is Memorial Day. I think records are just meant to be broken. You're going to have a lot of people rooting for this game, too, for the record to be broken. Now, we don't know yet. Could Jimmy Butler do it one more time? Now, we've seen Jimmy. He just took over the playoffs. He should walk away with Eastern Conference playoff MVP because he was. And I believe if they would have won tomorrow, he would win that. And if Boston win, Jason Tatum would win that. Jason Tatum was just giving them the business. Jason Tatum and these guys are starting to turn it around. We heard Smart tell them, do not let them win this game. You do not do it. And look what has happened. They have secured the game, and now it's looking like this series is all but over with. And I mean, I can't believe it. Eric Spoelstra, a Pat Riley-led basketball team, could go down in this form and fashion. This just seems appalling to me that an organization this rich in history, it's just appalling to me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't believe that the Miami Heat is going to go down like this. I just don't want to believe that the Miami Heat is going to go out in this manner. I want to believe that they will pick it up. They will turn it around, and muster up one more game. They've done it before. You've seen them beat Boston in Boston, and this team, if there were any rivalries, this team would fit the criteria. Miami is a rival of a lot of teams, that I don't think they get enough credit for. Shout out Malaya and everybody in the chat. The Miami Heat, I believe, are rivals of the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, Miami is like a thorn in the Eastern Conference. That all these heavyweight teams feel comfortable, but you have a team that, don't have the best regular seasons, but they have one of the best pedigrees. Some of these teams have great regular seasons. You look at the Milwaukee Bucks, always at the top of the food chain, but do they have that pedigree like a Miami, like some of these other teams? I don't know. Look at do they have a pedigree of the Los Angeles Lakers? No. You see it, and all of these teams, they truly be masquerading. And now you have these teams looking for new coaches and things of that nature, but that's neither here nor there. The Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat for one game and all the marbles. I want to know, what was y'all thinking when White? I was watching the game with no sound, so I seen the play and I couldn't believe it. I thought the shit was fake. I didn't think that he had enough time anyway. And then they rewind the footage and you seen, they beat him by a fucking point second, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, by the hair of his teeth. They secured this game. So this is just inevitable, man. It seemed like it's meant to be. You see smiles coming from the Celtics now. It seemed like everything was doom and gloom before, but now you see the smiles popping back out now. The laughter. I was watching Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown looked like he got a newfound swagger. Could you imagine if Jaylen Brown could come alive in a Game 7? This is who we're going to find out who's who, because Paul's about to get real sweaty in a minute. I do believe that Jimmy's going to be able to do something. I think it's going to be harder than ever. All them games that he did, them heroics, those threes, you don't think Boston remembered that? And if they lose this series, I mean, this is an indictment. It was just a week ago. Everybody was talking about Spoelstra, the best head coach in the NBA. Now what? What if they piss this off? Who's the best coach now? So these things, we move the goalposts. We got new guys every single day. Nobody rides and dies with their team or their guy. And we have to change that. But no matter who wins, who loses tomorrow, both teams had a great season. Both teams were worthy of getting to the NBA Finals, but there can only be one. And I'm telling you, whoever gets there is going to be at a serious disadvantage by the hands of the Denver Nuggets, man. I'm just telling you, they about to run the holy hell out of whoever gets sent to the NBA Finals. I'm just pointing that out. I'm giving everybody a heads up. Whoever goes to the finals on the East could be doomed. And I like the chances of the Nuggets more than ever. I think if one of these teams could have figured it all out and wrapped it up, yeah, but going into that altitude, fighting in the game 7, which I believe is going to go down to the wire. I predicted a blowout by the Boston Celtics, which could happen, but I'm gonna just stick with my final prediction as a very close game. I got to be in very close, going all the way to the wire, and I believe that the Boston Celtics with home court advantage. This is why you got to have home court advantage. We talk about the shit don't mean nothing, it don't this, it don't that. We about to find out how serious it is to have home court advantage in these situations, because the final game of a game 7 with the right to go to the NBA Finals, this could be for the right for a championship. You understand? This is why it's important to have home court advantage. The Boston Celtics are a favorite already due to that factor. And I'm telling you, if Miami loses tomorrow, it's going to be a disaster, and there will be questions all around the board. We got G Money in the building with me. What's the deal, G Money? It's Flight Sports TV, man. There's a lot of shit to talk about. Basketball is getting ridiculous. What's your thoughts on this crazy situation?
Salute. Well, the Boston Celtics have made me look crazy and proved me wrong to this point, though. After being down 3-0, they were left for dead, but they rose like Lazarus, man. And got to give it up to Derek White. I got to give him a victory clap. For Derek White, staying with the play. When Marcus Wood took an idiotic and wrong, stupid 3, down by 1, he could have given up, but he didn't. We're talking about Derek White. He was Johnny on the spot with the putback to give the Celtics the advantage, though. When the Heat fans were on the verge of celebrating, though, but hey, their hearts were crushed. And for the Heat, they got to bang in the paint. If you notice, though, salute Flight, by the way. Salute. So if you notice, though, they got to make shots in the paint, though. Miami can't buy a shot in the paint right now, though. And they got to get clean, open looks, though. Duncan Robinson has hit some big shots for this Heat team, but he also braked a lot of 2 butt-naked open 3s that probably would have changed momentum, though. And Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler was a beast in the fourth quarter. He was a ghost for 3 quarters. He needs to set the tone early, often, and right from the outset. And also, Bam Adebayo, look, he's a good defender. He's a good playmaker, good all right rebounder. He needs to bang in the block, though, not settle for the outside jump shot too much. 4-16, that's unacceptable if you're Bam Adebayo. Come on, man. Gotta step it up.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out Ali Payne. I want to apologize. I want to apologize to some of the audience. It's Memorial Day weekend. Flight Sports. We have some family in town, but we about to get back to business, man. We about to turn it up. We about to provide the people with the content that the people want to hear, and always provide some suggestions in the chat. We definitely looking to give the people what the people want. You need Flight Sports to touch on something. Pause. Let me know in the chat. We can always go in the lab and make something happen. We always in the lab. G Money, my bad. Let's talk basketball.
No, you're good. Good. Happy Memorial Day weekend to you too.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of cookouts, man. A lot of shit happening. People pulling, people trying to, snatch people up. Not like that. But just,
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. Well, the Miami Heat need to cook the Boston Celtics in Game 7 to avoid a complete choke job, because teams are 150 and zip, went up 3-0. And if you're Miami, look, I know the Heat overachieved, you can say in the playoffs. Consider this too if you're Miami. This might be your last real shot of winning a title, though, because remember, it's an older group. Love is old, Larry is old, Butler is old. It's an older group, though. And we don't know. Duncan Robinson might be traded. Tyler Hero might be traded. This team might look uber-duper different next year. So if you're the Miami Heat, this is your golden ticket to not only the NBA Finals, but potentially a championship. Same thing for the Boston Celtics, though, because we all know the whole Jaylen Brown situation going on. So that's the thing there. I think Boston's going to survive and become the first team ever to come back from 3-0 and they're going to win Game 7. I think it's going to be a barn burner itself, though. And I want to throw it out. Did you know tomorrow's May 29th? Remember last year by this date, May 29th, last year, the Celtics won Game 7 in Miami. So the Heat trying to repay the favor this time doing it in Beantown. So I got the Celtics surviving, though.
Me too. I thought the Miami Heat was deserving of getting to the finals. I thought they were headed there, but for whatever reason, man, they pissed it away, and now the opportunity is just hanging in the balance. Jason Tatum or Jimmy Butler, who has a better game tomorrow and why? Who do you think? It's Game 7 time.
Game 7. I'm going Jason Tatum. I think Tatum has a big game tomorrow. But I love Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler's a beast. He's a great player, but in my opinion, I don't think he's a superstar. He's a star. He's a great player. But my issue with Jimmy Butler, sometimes he was so amazing against the Bucks, but really since the Bucks, he's kind of been cooling off as of late, though. I think Jason Tatum has a bigger game than Jimmy Butler. Because remember, if you remember Game 7 against the Sixers, he had a 51-point double-double. Spreading the 3-ball, the pick and pop, the screen roll 3, the dribble drive. I think Tatum realizes the moment is now for Jason Tatum. And remember, Bill Russell, rest in peace, passed away, and other Celtic legends. So why not? You're at home, Larry Bird, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I think Jason Tatum is going to put up a sparkling performance and he will barbecue the Miami Heat, no pun intended. I got Jason Tatum in a better game.
Yeah, man, me too. I think that they're gonna go at it, in my humble opinion. But it is what it is. I definitely have the Boston Celtics winning due to the home court advantage. Home court is very important. How pivotal do you think home court advantage is going to be? Because it seemed like early on in this series, it didn't look like it was going to be that important.
It's going to mean a lot if you're Boston. Like, I understand this shouldn't have been down 3-0, but with a Game 7 at home, you couldn't ask for a better way. Like, it gives you, when you get home court advantage, the fans are like a sixth man. I should say, gives you the energy, the oomph, the boost that you need, though. And I know Boston's been streakier than car wax at home, 12-12 at home in TD Garden since the 2021 playoffs against the Nets. The Celtics are still a tough team to beat at Beantown, so home court advantage is very crucial if you want to succeed.
Say that one more time.
I'm saying that home court is very crucial. The fans are like a sixth man. They're like a sixth man and give it the extra boost, the extra energy, the extra oomph for you to survive.
Yeah, man. You're right about that. It just don't make no sense. We definitely gonna talk about that, Malaya. There's a lot of news going on that front. But shit is crazy. Listen, the Miami Heat are done. Pat Riley's they're never gonna fire Spoelstra. I think Spoelstra might be the safest coach, in NBA. But it's crazy. Spoelstra will never be fired. He's gonna end up just retiring. He's gonna go out like somebody, like Red Auerbach and shit like that. They're gonna take care of him. He's gonna take over for Pat Riley. Watch, when Pat Riley eventually quit, they'll probably move Spoelstra. That's probably how they're gonna do it. Remember, I said that I'm early on that.
Right. Probably. Spoelstra top 5 to top 10 head coach of all time. And I don't see Spo getting fired neither. Even if they would have choked a 3-0 lead tomorrow, I don't think he'll get fired because he is a guy that's taking the Heat to 5 NBA finals, 4 straight with the big 3, took him to the bubble finals of 2020. He's an all-time great coach, so I don't think they should fire him. My issue with Spoelstra in this series, why not use Kevin Love in Game 6? It's just stupid. If you use Kevin Love, you get rebounding, playmaking, stretch floor. He can bang in the post still. Why not use Kevin Love? And why not use Highsmith? Come on, man. I don't get that. But Spo is a top 5 to top 10 head coach all the time. He's a good defensive coach, though, who brings toughness. He's a no-nonsense coach. Eric Spoelstra, also developed Jimmy Butler, Dwayne, other guys like that. Even though LeBron was great, he helped LeBron become a better player, how Wade become a better player, how Bosh become a better player, and etc. Spo's an all-time great coach, though.
No, definitely. I think that Spoelstra, he definitely deserves to go into the sunsets. But how devastating would a loss be like this? For him.
It'll be bad. It'll be horrible.
Because you think about the Doc Rivers, I think he's way above Doc. Because you think about it, he's actually been to the finals at least. Doc ain't never returned. They've been back to the finals after their era was gone. They glory days. Doc ain't never been back since his glory days.
Since 2010, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It'll be since 2010. It'll be bad on Spoelstra, to be honest. I understand but Miami's an 8 seed, but the Heat are not a real 8 seed. The real 8 seed masquerades as an 8 seed, though. If the Heat lose this series and lose tomorrow, it's gonna be a pie on Spoelstra's face. You can't lose 4 in a row, especially when you had Game 4 and Game 6 in your house. Nah, it'll be bad on his legacy. Because remember, this is the team that you guys wanted in Miami. That's the team that you guys wanted in Boston, and the fact that you're blowing this because of horrible rebounding, bad execution, missed free throws, weird coaching. If the Heat lose tomorrow, it's gonna be bad on Erik Spoelstra. And one thing too, Jimmy Butler needs to shut up, though. I heard that I'm guaranteeing a Game 7. I love Jimmy Butler, but shut up, man.
Yeah, so you think Jimmy was doing way too much talking?
Yes, he's moving his guns too much. Yes, let the game do the talking, man. Don't be a Memphis Grizzly in steroids. I'm not saying that as bad as that, but he's doing too much talking. Let the game play itself out.
Yeah, I believe that, man, in my humble opinion. What about any of these teams going up to that altitude in Denver? How do you see that going?
Whew. The team that has the best chance to win at the altitude is the Boston Celtics. Because consider this too, Boston is one of the best road teams in the NBA, and the fact that the Celtics have won in tough places in Atlanta, in Philadelphia, in Miami twice. I mean, I think Boston can and will get a game at the Mile High, because remember this too, like the Celtics have a lot of experience. They have rim protection, athleticism, versatility. So I think Boston's the best chance to win in Denver. Miami has a shot to win in Denver. My only concern with the Heat is that one, you're gonna need a little bit of Tyler Hero, and two, the fact that their offense is too spotty for me and they're kind of small. The Heat are a good team, but the Heat are too small. I do think the Heat have a shot to win in Denver, but I give the Celtics a better shot to win at the Mile High.
Well, yeah, I see. I think the Celtics do match up much better than the Miami Heat. I think it'd be a much interesting series if it was the Miami Heat. If it was the Boston Celtics versus the Denver Nuggets. Like, I just think the Miami, they heavily overachieved, and I think it'll be a similar situation to how they defeated the Lakers. The Lakers, they overachieved, and by the time they got to Denver, Denver just cleaned them up.
Big time, yeah. And those games were close, though. I know Denver brought the bruise on LA, but those games were nailed by it. The Lakers were down by 21, came back, pulled within 3, but lost by 6 in Game 1. Game 2, they were up by double digits. They lose by 5. Game 3, they were right there, but lost by 11. Game 4, they're up by 15, and they end up choking by 2. So, but I agree, Denver's athletic. They're fast. They have good ball handlers. They have wizards with the ball. Joker's a freaking man-child. Murray is a cool, calm, collected, cold-blooded assassin. Michael Porter can stroke it like the best one, and he can fly like an eagle. Aaron Gordon can shark attack the rim, and he can hit the 3 and a good on-ball defender. And the fact that KCP can stroke the long-range bomb and can listen to the rim, and he's a great defender. And say 3, Bruce Brown and Jeff Green. So Denver has a pretty scary team, and Mike Malone's done a great job.
Yeah, you're right about that. And what about the Mike Malone? Because I was real critical on Mr. Mike Malone, but I do believe. Listen, Denver been knocking on the door for years. And I think it's their time to walk through that door. I think if it's inevitably me and you both believe it's the Celtics, I think that Malone runs circles around Mr. Mazzulla. What do you think?
It's a possibility, but I can't guarantee that. It's a possibility, but it's not a guarantee. Malone's a good head coach. My concern with Malone is that sometimes he burns out his starters too much. And remember, he's never been to the NBA Finals. Remember, like Missoula, Malone's never been to the NBA Finals. I think if Denver plays Boston, I got Boston. But if Denver plays Miami, I got slightly Denver. Will not be shocked if Miami wins. But Malone, even though I do think Malone is a good coach, and I think he'll give Missoula some props for his coaching, I just don't know. I think experience is going to play a factor because Malone's never been to the NBA Finals, you know?
Yeah, I do know, man. Like I said, this is ridiculous. NBA playoffs is almost fully concluded. We got one more game of the Eastern Conference Final. Then we headed to the NBA Finals. For all the marbles.
Yep.
It's championship time for all the gold.
These players have been great.
Shout out Malaya. I will touch a little bit on that because I did see those reports. So I mean it's just a tough situation. For the Lonzo Ball situation. I will be touching on that soon, but like I said, it's very troubling for the news. I just hope the best and we'll be
prayers up to Lonzo.
Yeah. Like I said, but we will be touching on that soon. Just trying to gather up some information and some details, as they emerge, and then we could maybe sit down and really have a more thorough conversation instead of just a whole bunch of bickering about nothing, But I will discuss something on that. But it's like the elephant in the room. Stevie Wonder, of course, Stevie Wonder could see that. So
Right.
it's a tough situation. Shout out Joey. In terms of the report, of course, I've seen it. So it's crazy. But nonetheless, man, we do have the NBA Finals looming. We got the Larry O'Brien Trophy moving ahead. There's so many other reports as well running around the league. Did you hear a report about the Dallas Mavericks? They said they do not want D'Angelo Russell. I don't know how the hell D'Angelo Russell became such a hot commodity, but they're talking about the Mavs came out and said that they don't want no parts of D'Angelo Russell. Because I listen, LeBron James and the Lakers are working, to make something happen. So it's tough to see. Do you see an event where they're trying to make the sign and trade happen?
I don't think it's going to happen. Nah. I don't think Kyrie's going to the Lakers. I think D'Lo's probably gone, but I don't think the Mavs need D'Lo. Like, how would D'Lo be? People thought about Kyrie and Luka didn't fit. How's D'Lo and Luka going to fit? D'Lo's a good player. He can shoot and he can play make sometimes. However, D'Lo is inconsistent like a Coney Island roller coaster, and he's a turnstile on defense. And
where are you from? You from New York?
Brooklyn. Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn.
You from Brooklyn? Yeah. Okay. You talking about the Coney Island roller coaster. Keep going. Shout out to Luna Park. Luna Park is the shit. You already know what it is.
Yes, sir. So what I'm saying is that I think D'Lo and Luka would be like dog with chocolate. It would be bad. Because even though D'Lo's a decent playmaker and he can shoot, here's the thing. D'Lo cannot move without the ball, and he's a worse defender than Kyrie. That trade's not going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see Kyrie a Laker. I don't see it.
Listen, I do. They're trying to figure out a way to get it done. CWE says Heat losing. Let me know who y'all got tomorrow. Y'all could put your early picks in. Game 7 on a Memorial Day, a holiday. It seemed like the NBA couldn't have it no better, right? All eyes will be descended. The ratings should be through the roof. This is gonna be an event. Who the hell ain't gonna want to cook out, get all this shit ready to watch this game? Everything about to go on. The price just went up, man. Everybody can make an event out this shit tomorrow, man. Game 7 for the right to go to the finals. Oh man, this crazy.
We're getting overtime. Don't be surprised we're getting overtime.
Both teams' season on the line. Go ahead.
Right. Because if you're Miami, right, remember, one, not only do you want to avoid choking a 3-0 lead, remember, this Boston knocked your butt off last year. You want to get revenge on them. And two, if you're Boston, remember, you were 2 W's away of winning your 18th chip. You were right there, but you just ran out of gas. And remember, you don't want to lose to an 8 seed, especially at home. Like, that'll be disastrous, though. So that's my thing. My keys for Miami: rebound, fight through screens, force Boston to a half court game, get Robert Williams away from the paint, and also swarm on guys like Derek White, Brown, Tatum. That's my keys for the Heat. For the Celtics, just utilize the mid-range game, swing the ball around the horn, do more hammer baseline driving kickouts to get open looks, and the fact that, just protect the rim for the Celtics. Just do what you did last night,
Yeah, you're right about that. Like I said, I got Boston winning in a nail biter. You mentioned overtime. Let's see what happens. I think obviously Spoelstra is the better coach, but I do believe that atmosphere in Boston is going to play a huge role. Like, we seen Jimmy hit some near game winners and these heroic shots. I want to see if he can pull that shit off tomorrow. Because that's where it's really gonna count. Now, if you Jimmy Butler, he was been very arrogant. I'm just gonna keep wondering, and I like Jimmy. I'm just watching as afar, just watching his lingo and the way he talking, and now it's like, okay, he was looking good when they was front running, but now they done closed the gap completely. The Celtics completely closed the gap. The shit is dead even. What the hell are you going to do now? What are you gonna do? Can you he can't come out and have 14 points and have an off night. Oh, hell no, it can't happen. He better have that same energy. He better have that same energy tomorrow for game 7. I don't want to see Jimmy have a lackluster night. It can't go down like that. Jimmy can't have a 5 for 19 showing.
Right.
Miss all his threes. He didn't score in the fourth quarter. He can't have one of those nights.
He cannot be carried. He can't be carried because he did a good job carrying the Heat in the fourth quarter. But like you said, Butler needs to be aggressive. He needs to be aggressive and utilize the paint, utilize the dunker spot, the pinch post. And look, Boston's probably going to sag off from at the 3-point line. If you're going to take that, splash that 3 ball right in between that. Remember last year, Flight D had the 47-point extravaganza with 4 steals. Remember game 6 last year in Beantown when the Heat season was on the line? Do that, Butler. I'm not saying 47 points. I'm saying use your aggressiveness, your speed, your quickness, your athleticism. Do that and show why you're a superstar. You can't lose this game, man. Because this might be your last real shot to get a ring. And another thing, too, put your tape in front of your mouth and be quiet, please. Let your game do the talking.
You're right about that. The game got to do the talking. Jimmy got to stop talking. I think the days of him running his mouth is starting to, just slow down. The Boston Celtics have regained momentum. And I still see at the podium, he chilling, he trying. I understand the atmosphere, but I see the other guys. I was looking at Mr. Martin for the Miami Heat. He was at that podium, he was stumbling and shit. He was looking nervous. I don't know. He like it's looking like it's trouble in paradise, So it's because they declared the win. Jimmy was talking that big dog shit that was gonna win, and then they mess around and flop. And now they're in a world full of shit, So it's just Udonis Haslem gonna have to come out and give some speeches all game. He gonna have to stand up and start talking to these dudes so they don't start falling apart. Because once that crowd get involved, Tatum gonna wild out. Listen, Smart, they tried to do this team dirty. I don't think people understand. Miami tried to violate, and they was talking. He was all on social media. And and what other team who could who come back from 0-3? Why not the Boston Celtics, the most storied franchise in the history of probably sports? You can't. This shit can't have a better storybook ending than what's taking place right now.
Yep.
You can't make it up no better than this.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
And to do it on Memorial Day too. Like there's always been some historical days on Memorial Day, like the Memorial Day, like Sean Elliott's Memorial Day 3-ball in Game 2 against a Blazers in '99 when the Spurs were down by 18 in the conference final and came back to win. There's always been some historical days on Memorial Day. Yep.
Yeah, you're right about that. You know,
The Warriors beating the Rockets in Game 7.
The Father's Day they have on for the NBA Finals. I think the Game 7 will be on Father's Day or some shit like that.
Yeah, it would. Yeah,
It
June
happens a
18th. Yeah,
lot.
Father's Day. Yep.
Yeah, the NBA got it all mapped out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what's your team again? Because you're from Brooklyn.
I'm a New York Knicks fan.
Yeah, the Knicks, we got to get it together. Hopefully, we can keep adding to the team.
Hmm.
You know,
That's
so
true.
hopefully the Knicks will keep adding. You know, we're gonna be back to prominence.
That's true. We just need more topics on the piece. So we just need another. We have a good team. We just need another star in there to help out Brunson. I mean, Randall and RJ are good players, and RJ did crank it up a notch in the playoffs. My thing with RJ Barrett, he just needs to have a mid-range shot a little bit and work on his defense. For Randall is a talented player. He's a top 5 power forward in today. I'm not saying all the time. I'm saying right now, just right now, Randall's a top 5, arguably power forward in the NBA. He can shoot the 3, has a nice mid-range game, and an okay defender. My only thing with Randall, he needs to learn how to use his post-up ability and needs to learn not to jack up jumpers, though. And needs to show up in the playoffs, please. I'm tired of the him freezing up in the prime moments. And Tibbs is a good coach. My thing with Tibbs, if he could just make some tweaks here and there, we'll be fine, though. So I think that New York will be a fine team in the future, and the Knicks can just add a few more pieces around Brunson would be good, though.
Yeah, I agree with you. We got the NBA draft coming up. You know, we got a lot of things going on. You see Charlotte at number 2. Obviously, Portland got the 3rd pick. What you think's gonna happen with 2 and 3? Because we know what's happening at 1.
I think it stays the same. I don't see any huge trades for this 2 and 3. I don't see it. I think it stays the same.
Yeah, you say you got Scoop going to Charlotte?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna find out. I think it's gonna be an interesting draft.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess we won't know more until after the season is up to figure out which team's leaning. But I have a consensus on how I think it's gonna shake out, in my humble opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like the NBA is gonna be in good hands. You know, even like I said, next season, college basketball should be on fire. It's gonna be interesting. We got my man Phonics in the building, the legendary Phonics.
Right, what up, man? You know what I'm saying? Chilling. Yo, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Yo, I was just in the. That's what's up. I was just in the chats, man. Yo, can we just chill with all of these different players going to the Lakers? Like LeBron destroys players. He doesn't make them better. Can we stop? Kyrie played with him already. We know what that produced. 1 championship and really, really bad feelings. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie is the type, he's so bipolar, he gonna make you think everything is okay, but as soon as you get there, it's gonna turn, you know what I'm saying, to waste. It's not gonna be. LeBron wants to win now. And if you can't do that for LeBron, then you don't serve him any purpose. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of all these names. Yeah. I'm just tired of all these names being thrown out there. Like, why do you want to destroy dudes' careers by playing with this dude? It doesn't matter if it's 1 year. It can literally destroy your career if you don't produce. Mm-hmm. We've seen what it's done to previous players. You know what I'm saying? I was just saying.
Like what about? I was making a case not too long ago what they doing to D'Angelo Russell. You know, because I felt like D'Angelo Russell came and they was just praising him to the high heavens when they removed Russell Westbrook, and now they pissing on D'Lo.
That's what I'm saying. This is what they do. I don't know why he agreed to come back there. This is what they do.
And he can't have 2 more of these. They're trying to run his ass out the league. And D'Lo, he's an NBA player.
Exactly. No, exactly. But when LeBron's team lose, we got to look for every reason to blame everybody else but LeBron. And so players is going to take
Yeah,
hits. We're going to see what's going to happen with Shooter. He going to want some money. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see. I see them getting rid of D-Lo. I don't know about Shooter, but we'll see how that goes. Go ahead, bro.
yeah, he's gone. D'Lo's gone.
Yeah,
Where do you
he's
think
going.
D'Lo's gonna go? Where do you think D'Lo's gonna go, in your opinion?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I think he would be a good addition to any team. He's a seasoned NBA player, like Flight said. He's an NBA player. We all know he got the body. You know what I'm saying? He's mature now. He knows his role. I think he would fit in good anywhere. And honestly, I think that's a mistake that the Lakers have been making. And I think it's really going to smack LeBron in the face later on when he sees the Nuggets go ahead and win a championship. And you got people like you got KCP over there, right? Caldwell Pope over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You got rid of solid players. For what? You know what I'm saying? Because in a couple of series they missed a couple of shots, you all missed shots. You know what I'm saying? Or you didn't want to play this player, or LeBron subliminally said, move this player. You know what I'm saying? I think LeBron is gonna I think when he's done playing, he should retire and he shouldn't have anything else to do with the NBA. Because I see him being another Michael Jordan. I think he's a he has poor character, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to picking talent. I don't think he sees it well. I think he just sees it in right then and there. He's not looking at the future and the growing of a talent. And I think like he can own a team, he just don't need to have anything to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Listen, I agree with some of those points. He could go down as another Michael Jordan because we've seen the track record in the history of what he's doing right now. You know, because most of these organizations, he's pretty much running the shit. You know, he's recommending the shit, the talent, and they're making moves on his call.
Mm-hmm.
So it's wild. You know, Dallas did come out today. It was a report that Dallas wants no part of a D'Angelo Russell sign and trade, and I believe that's being pushed by somebody's team. Bottom line is Kyrie wants out. You know, I mean, I think I don't know how you're gonna handle this. Kyrie is such a tricky dude. I think that July 1st, Kyrie gonna make a movie. He about to take over the NBA, and he gonna demand a max contract. You know, that's what's happening. His talent is worthy of a max contract, but you have all these issues and shit. So
Exactly.
he just want to make sure no team lowball him. I think if Dallas come with the supermax, then he'll sign it. But they're not. I don't seem like Kyrie gonna get no supermax, even though he deserves it from his talent.
I don't agree he deserves it. I don't think he deserves it at all because of his behavior, his past behavior.
That's the problem.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve. I wouldn't pay him. I wouldn't pay him. No, he ain't earned that yet, man. He hasn't earned that yet. Come on, man. Yo, you such a talent that, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Kyrie. He's such a talent that he proclaims himself as. Why are you on your fourth team in I don't know how many years? You ain't even been in the NBA that long.
Since
What, 8 years?
12 years. Since 2011.
12 years now. 12 years now. Four teams, if I'm correct. Cleveland, Boston, Brooklyn, and then now Dallas. Yeah, 4 teams. Come on, man. A player, yeah, Elk. You supposed to be somewhere winning countless damn all NBAs, countless championships, countless MVPs. But you have such a nasty attitude and you're so arrogant, you think the world revolves around you, and then they caught on to that. They're not going to pay Kyrie, bro. They're not going to pay him, man. And you're rightfully so.
And also, Kyrie's kind of stupid. He said the earth was flat. Do you know how disrespectful and wrong that sounds? What?
That too. And I don't think Dirk enjoys playing with him. I just don't think so. I think Dirk wants to be the man. Not Dirk, excuse me. Yeah, Luka. I said Dirk. Yeah.
Kyrie's an idiot, though. I agree. He is kind of arrogant, never admits when he's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He has this snarlness about him, like, I'm smarter than everybody else, and everybody else is just stupid. I'm the one that's woke, and I know what's going on, but everybody else. But anyway, I mean, like Flight said, he does have the talent. But again, he's let his off-field antics getting away with that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a Luka, who I don't think Luka's that sold on him. Look at how they went out this postseason. Or before the postseason, like, it was shameful. It was shameful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think they even played that well together. You know?
They lost. Think about this. This team lost to the Pacers, Hornets twice. I mean, come on. Do you know how unacceptable that is?
Mm-hmm.
They blew a 27-point lead to the Lakers. I mean, wow. I mean,
And Luka wants the ball. He wants to be the man.
hmm
That's his fucking team, regardless. That's his team. You know what I'm saying? And I think he has a problem with Kyrie. You know, I don't think he wants him there. You know, but we'll see.
Yeah, Kyrie's a great player. He can finish at the rim. He has a nice mid-range touch, good pull-up free ball. My thing with Kyrie, one, the dude's stupid, and two, like you said, he's too proud, man. He never admits when he's wrong and all that. He's too proud.
Right. Exactly. And I'm not paying you. And you know what? I don't think any team at this point, especially how the Mavericks went out, they're not hard enough to put an offer out there. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna see. And I bet y'all right now, it ain't no team that's gonna put no offer out there that's gonna try to match Dallas. I don't think they care that much. You understand? Like I think there's so much talent right now, especially at that position on damn near every team in the NBA, and with the rookies that we have coming in. I don't think Kyrie's a priority. I just don't think people care like that anymore. I think he kind of got away with that in Boston, and then he kind of sold that when he slid to Brooklyn with KD. But I think that's over. You know what I'm saying? I think the owners or whoever, GMs or whatever, like, I don't care. I don't care if he can do this Harden Globetrotter stuff. I don't care if he can make you miss and he can dazzle with I don't care. I'm not dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's what it's at. And you know, and to a smaller level, if Ja Morant don't stop his behavior, he's gonna be on that same level.
Good point. Good point. Ja is talent. He's athletic, can finish at the rim, can make circus shots, can make the rim cry and posterize guys, and he can play make sometimes. My thing with Ja Morant, one, he needs a consistent jumper, and two, Ja's also kind of arrogant too. If you notice, though,
Yes.
Do you remember he said?
Man, they pissing on Ja Morant.
What's good?
I said, I don't know why the media pissing on Ja Morant.
I don't know. And remember, Ja said to Malik and Andrews, he said the only team was worried about was the Boston Celtics.
What up, man?
You had to be in finals,
stupid.
so it's stupid and wrong. So you only worry about Boston. What about the other? What about the teams in the West? Like you haven't you haven't been to a conference final.
So I'm good in the West. I'm good in the West.
I mean, because again, you know, with these players that's currently coming in, it's like winning is like second. It's not first. You know what I'm saying? But if everybody knows me though, and if I got 1 million views on TikTok and Instagram, that's what matters though. It's not like I'm gonna scratch and claw my way through this whole conference and make sure this conference respects me, like a Steph Curry did. You know what I'm saying? Like a Jason Tatum's trying to do on the East Coast, or a Jimmy Butler. These dudes want legitimate respect. Like if you look at Jason Tatum and you look at Jaylen Brown when they play, them dudes are serious, man. Those are serious young men.
They don't talk.
Word. Like they want their respect. You know what I'm saying? Like they technicians. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going out there playing around because they understand the organization that they play for. They understand the history, and they understand like they have standards. So getting bumped out, you know what I'm saying? When you was a number 2 seed by the number 8 seed, getting swept is just not. We don't do that. We don't get swept. You know what I'm saying? So they fought that, and now they forced the game. And that was a great game, by the way, last night.
Game 6 was a classic, man.
I don't know if anybody watched it, but if y'all watched that game, you watched it?
I did. It was back and forth. You thought Miami was going to go away, but it came back to get the lead. My only concern with the Heat is this, and here's what kills me. I watched the whole game. If you're Eric Spoelstra, why not use Kevin Love and Highsmith and Zeller? You need.
I like Kevin Love. He got the pedigree too. I don't know why he's not on the floor. They need to play him more.
It's bad coaching.
But I agree with Flight said too. Jimmy Butler's too arrogant. He's too damn arrogant.
He needs to be quiet. I love Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, he been on his bullshit. He on his Ja Morant shit.
Are you trying to be in Memphis 2.0 in steroids to be the Heat?
So he good. He gonna win.
Oh, we're
But
doing it.
but I will say this about both teams: they need to slow down with the 3 pointers. And Charles Barkley brought that up to Jalen Brown after the game. Like, yo, I think he said they was like 7 for 35. Like, yo, y'all gotta chill,
Yeah, they
man.
were.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they was really giving that game to Miami.
They were.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
were.
Like, they were not supposed to win that game. You know what I'm saying?
And also turnovers too is why Boston almost gagged that game away.
Yep. Stupid turnovers. Yeah, stupid turnovers, passing it in mid traffic. Why are you passing the ball with all that traffic there? Just stupid passes.
Exactly, and also Derek White saved Marcus Smart's bacon. Why was Marcus Smart shooting a crazy left wing long range bomb down one?
Because he was feeling himself from the last game. The game before that, I think they said he was 4 for 6. And don't forget last night's game. He did hit a couple. He hit a couple of big threes.
Big time. He did hit some big shots too.
He was feeling himself.
True. But luckily for them, Al Horford, Al Horford had a huge block on Bam. Al Horford almost screwed the push with a bad foul on Butler.
Yep.
Almost screwed the push with that. But
Yep.
Derek White was on his game all day. Not just the putback, but big time threes, hard-nosed defense. Did you know Miami guarded by Derek White was 1 for 12 when Derek White was the primary defender? And Butler was 0 for 6, clunked all 6 of his shots when White was on. Derek White played great hard-nosed defense, man. And he hit big shots.
I mean, like I said, I'm talking about both teams. They need to slow down with the 3 pointers. Get to the rim. Get to the rim, man. Stop putting so much emphasis on that. You know what I'm saying? Because Boston literally gave the game away with that. They was emphasizing too much of the 3 instead of trying to get to the rack.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Jason Tatum, he was trying to be so cute with all these fadeaways and all of that, and he kept missing them. Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's back in the... Yeah, trying to act like he was Kobe.
Facts. In the first half of that game, he took good shots. In the first half of the game, we had 25. He was taking good shots at the elbow, the post fadeaway. I'm like, okay, JT, you're playing smart. And then the second half, like you said, he was trying to be the Black Mamba stairs, and he was feeling badly. So
Yeah, he's backing players down, fadeaways, missing. I'm like, what was this dude doing?
I don't know. In the first half, he was great. First half, he was playing great. 25, he was shooting the elbow jump shot. He was playing great in the first half. Second half, like you said, he was trying to do too much. Same thing with Jaylen Brown sometimes.
Hey, but bro, I don't know if you spoke about this or Flight spoke about this, but yo, and for everybody listening, I'm just gonna put it out there. Joe Mazzulla is not that coach of the future. He gotta go. He looks overwhelmed. He doesn't look confident. He doesn't look like he's determined. He doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. He looks confused. He looks stressed. I just didn't have him ready to play. What do you mean?
It's the playoffs.
You're the coach. It's the Eastern Conference Finals. What do you? I just didn't have him ready to play. He looks overmatched. And see, this is another problem in society, in our society today, especially our sports world, where everybody wants to win now. Ime Udoka made a mistake. You should have brought Ime back. You know what I'm saying? You should have gave him a little 3 or 4 month suspension, but brought him back. You know what I'm saying? Because this dude, he just doesn't have that swagger that's gonna leak into his team to take them over the hump. I just don't believe it. And if they do, they would literally be overcoming their coach. They literally be coaching themselves. Joe Mazzulla's not coaching them, yo.
He's average at best. I don't think he's a bad coach. He's average at best. I will give Mazzulla this though. Even though Mazzulla's made some crap mistakes with iso ball and all that coaching, he did make some adjustments here and there the last 3 games though. So you gotta at least give him that though. So yeah.
I mean, okay. I agree with that to a certain extent. Yes, he did make some adjustments. But he still just doesn't look like he's comfortable in that position.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
More of an assistant, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's the guy that you're not supposed to talk to. You talk to him in practice. You don't talk to him in halftime. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He looks really overmatched, and I hope that doesn't come back to haunt them tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying?
And I got the Celtics winning tomorrow, but do not be surprised if the Heat win tomorrow. I got the Celtics tomorrow, but Don't be surprised if Miami wins, because consider this too. Did you know tomorrow's May 29th? Remember, last year, Boston won Game 7 in Miami, May 29th, 2022. Miami trying to do this time around, though. In BT.
I got Boston too. But I'm gonna be honest. I don't see anybody beating Denver. So how about that?
Call me crazy, though. I think Boston has a really good shot to beat Denver. Look, I understand Denver's a tough team. Consider this too. We don't know how Michael Porter, Jamal Murray, Joker, KCP, Aaron Gordon are going to look in the finals. Bruce Brown. We don't know how they're going to look in the finals. And if they play a team like the Celtics, Boston does have the rim protectors that can protect the rim and can bother. They're not going to stop Joker. I'm saying they can bother him. And you have Marcus Smart and Grant Williams, and even Phil Brown that can slow on Murray and Porter. So
good point.
And Aaron Gordon can shoot, but Aaron Gordon's feast or famine. Same thing with Porter. Murray, he's hot, but he can feast or famine. Joker is a good shooter. Joker gets feast or famine from the perimeter. KCP can shoot, but KCP's feast or famine. Same thing with Bruce Brown. And Boston has a better bench, though. Same thing with Miami. It's not a guarantee Denver's going to win the title. It's not a guarantee.
I mean, he makes some good points. I just think they're the better team. You know what I'm saying? And whoever comes out of this Boston Miami series, they're tired. That team is tired. You know what I'm saying? That team is tired. They've given a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
what's good, fellas?
Salute, man.
Yo, what's good, man? What's up?
Shout out Quiz. What's good, Quiz?
Chilling, man. I just popped over here, man. Just saw a great video over on Zen Master's channel about he's talking about Scottie Pippen. Scottie tripping.
Shout out to the Zen Master. But what was going on? Tell us a little bit about the video.
Well, he was just breaking down how bizarre Scottie Pippen is in a pretty good way. Scottie Pippen's bugging. A lot of people, I don't know what it is. Like you hear people all the time talk about Pippen and they put him on a whole totally different level than that dude was. Pippen was a good player. He was a very quality player, but for him to say Michael Jordan was a terrible player before he got there, then what was you? He was averaging a triple single.
I think he's just trying to get attention.
I just said, this was a hell of a video. Shout out Zen.
I heard about that.
It's just ridiculous what he says because Michael Jordan's never said anything crazy about him while playing nor after playing.
Right, I agree. He's never said anything about Scottie really.
Don't listen to Scottie, man. Don't listen to him, man.
I just dropped the link in the chat for Zen Master's video.
Yeah, the only thing about it what's sad is like, this is the reason why I always have issues with this LeBron James versus Michael Jordan debate, because it's just kind of bizarre. If you want to make your case for LeBron being a GOAT, you could do that on LeBron's merit. Just like when I make the case for Jordan being a GOAT, I do that on his merit. I don't need to bring LeBron into to make even a disparity between the two. Then afterwards, you can take a look at those things to see the disparities. But realistically,
but Quiz, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I want to ask you, why do we do this to ourselves? How are we debating players that played in different time periods, man?
And that's the reason why I think that it's important for a lot of people to actually go back and listen to Michael Jordan. He had class.
But it was different. It was a different game, man. It was different conditioning. They played a different way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how we can consider one person just the greatest, like even Tom Brady in football. You might say that he's the greatest of our time period, because I'm around the same age as Tom Brady. So in our time period, he's the greatest. But you can't say of all time, because you got Johnny Unitas. You know what I'm saying? You got, Joe Montana. You know what I'm saying? You got other dudes that did their damn thing. No, they didn't win as many championships, but they still did their thing in their era. Tom Brady was, and same as LeBron, he's become very good at the rules of the game, and they use it to their advantage. They're also very smarter players than their predecessors. They play very smart. So that's a different way.
I don't even know about that, but listen, I'll tell you who will agree with what you just said about the different time periods. Michael Jordan himself. He's on record saying that you can't judge people from You can't play time machine basketball, and that's what I keep on telling people when they want to do all these revisionist things. Now, if we're going to talk about the greatest of all time, right? If we're going to talk about the greatest all time, it's fair to have that conversation. But you can't. But where this is mostly coming from is, well, let's go back. What you just said, right? LeBron was the one who came and said this is when he became the greatest of all time. That's highly debatable. What
about Steph Curry? What about Steph Curry, who plays in the same era, who revolutionized the game?
Well, that's my whole point with the LeBron thing. LeBron is you can pick and say certain things. Like he's done some things like on his own merit. If you want to tell me about LeBron James making it to the finals 9 times, all right, cool, we could talk about that. But when you talk about having success in the finals, Steph Curry is far more successful in the finals than LeBron is.
I agree. But let's go back to Scottie Pippen real quick.
About that.
Scottie Pippen feels slighted. And anybody who was alive at that time, who was watching the Bulls like I was, because they used to come on, you know what I'm saying? NBA used to come on a Saturday on NBC. You know what I'm saying? And you watch them. I'm not going to front. Jordan needed Scottie. Scottie needed Jordan. He was a great wingman.
Exactly.
That's what he was.
But here's the thing, right? Scottie feels slighted, that's fine. I can feel you feeling slighted. How necessary Scottie was, we could debate that also. Scottie Pippen was a phenomenal player. Scottie had an opportunity to be the number 1 when Mike retired.
Of course. You got to fill those shoes.
Scottie Pippen wasn't winning no championship. Hold on. Scottie Pippen went to 2. Listen, he went to not 1, but 2 incredible teams after he left the Bulls.
I agree with you.
And on those teams, since Scottie wants to feel slighted, he was probably the 3rd or 4th best person on those teams.
I mean, that's true, but let's just keep everything in perspective right now. And let's talk about his Chicago years. Like I said, if you were alive, and I don't know if you were players or not, but if you was watching, you can't front. He was a great wingman to Michael Jordan, man. Come on, man. Come on. He was number 2. It was Jordan, then it was Pippen, and everybody else. We already know that, man.
I agree with that, but Scottie Pippen was not. I mean, there were a lot of players in the league better than Scottie Pippen. Let's also not cap on that. Tons of them.
But it's not necessarily always about who's the better player. It's how good you play in the system. It's how good you can play in that system. How good you can play in that system.
It's not about who's the player. And Scottie Pippen was a great wing person, but Horace Grant was important on those teams.
I wouldn't take nothing from him. That's my brother from Clemson University. Of course.
I was a Bulls fan too. Now we're not tripping. I got no issue with where Scott as far as Scottie being valuable. I think that's.
I was never a Bulls fan. I was a Knicks fan. I was never a Bulls fan. For the record, everybody.
I'm from New York, but never was a fan of the Knicks. But I got a love for the Knicks.
Wow, you're very disrespectful. You're being very disrespectful right now.
Not disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Disingenuous, bro. I thought you was from New York. You don't know Big L?
I'm from the Bronx. Damn right. I remember that Big L line. Right, come on, damn exactly. Right. I'm from New York and never been a fan of the Knicks. Yeah.
And the more about expanding my chips, you mad because I was in the van with your bitch with both hands on the tits.
Yeah.
But anyway, check it out though. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying Scottie Pippen was a very good player. Scottie Pippen has he's in his feelings over a multitude of things, but he switches up all of the time. 1 minute, Michael Jordan's the GOAT. The next minute, even at one point, he said he was the GOAT, which is crazy as all hell. And now all of a sudden, he's not sure who's the GOAT. And then it sounds like, well, LeBron, like figure that out.
But Quez, let's not get too, graphic about it. But how would you feel that, your Michael Jordan's son is piping down your ex-wife? How would you feel about that?
Yeah, but that ain't got nothing to do with like you're tearing down. When you tear down Michael Jordan, you're tearing down your own legacy. That man ain't ever say nothing negative about you, Scottie.
His mind is messed up, man.
His mind been messed up. He been saying weird stuff. It's not like it's the first time.
But again, I will ask you a question. In that time period when the Bulls was dominant, you name me a better number 2. You name me a better number 2 on any team than Scottie. More reliable. You can't. There's no way. It's impossible.
I've
There was no better number two.
got no issue with Scottie Pippen being number 2. Also, I think that Scottie Pippen's a legitimate Hall of Famer. I think that Tony Kukoc isn't a legitimate Hall of Famer at all. I don't see how the hell he ended up in the Hall
Because
of Fame.
they counted his falling years. That's why. They count. It's global. No, they counted his falling years.
Well, that's the only thing they could be basing it on because Scottie Pippen was more valuable to the Bulls than Tony Kukoc was.
Yeah, Kukoc was. I believe I could be wrong. I think he was on the national team with Drazen Petrovic and all of them.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were beasts. You know what I'm saying? Drazen Petrovic was a beast, man. May he rest in peace.
That's a fact. But Jordan's in the GOAT debate based off of what Jordan actually did. I mean, let's be serious. The Bulls was not winning championships without Mike. We know this because Mike retired and they didn't do anything.
I agree. I mean, when he came back.
And I mean, like, you understand, like, it was clear the reason why they didn't win when Michael left the team and it was just Scottie and Tony Kukoc. It was clear the reason why, because you lost the number 1, the captain, the heart and soul of your squad, plus the leading scorer in the league at that time. It was already understood who that man was. And when he came back and did it again, it eliminated all of the debate.
I agree, but again, we have to look at this through a microscope, and you got to be the greatest of your time. Now, LeBron, having gone to all them finals and basically drag teams, which he did most of the time, you know what I'm saying? I feel like in this era, he's the greatest of this era.
Yeah,
but the rules and things of that have allowed him to be the greatest. And medicine, modern medicine, and all of that, and how he's able to take care of his body. Like, dudes didn't do that years ago. You know what I'm saying? Very few dudes did it. If it wasn't many. Maybe a Karl Malone or somebody like that. But, you know what I'm saying? That's what has enabled LeBron to be durable. But again, LeBron is a damn team killer. He's a team killer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not even tripping on LeBron. I just think that it's debatable, and he should leave that for the audience.
But that's something that I am tripping on, because guess what? Jordan had the teams that Jordan had, and they still went and handled their business. LeBron mid-season, he wants to make the change. Now Russell Westbrook's the problem. This person's the problem. That person's the problem. Man, come on, man. Take your team and go win. Stop making excuses, dude. Jordan didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Those are viable differences in people's demeanors, personality. But to me, it's just all about really respect for the game. And LeBron is a wise enough young man, or an older young man, to kind of understand that. But there's a bunch of things with him that I'm like, man, Bron, why you acting like that? All the flopping and all that stuff, man, unnecessary.
He got bitch ways. Yeah, he got ways like a female.
Leaving the bench 5 minutes before the game ends and stuff like that. Like, come on, what are we talking about here, Bron?
Exactly. He got ways like a female. And that's what I'm saying. And it really destroys the character and the whole kind of what's the word I'm looking for? The chemistry that your team has. And he does that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You'll destroy them young boys' confidence when you do stuff like that. And he does it too often. We was just talking about before you came in, like D-Lo, he's not coming back. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's my whole thing. I'm not really trying to tear Brown down for all of the people who love him. Enjoy him. He's only got a little bit more time probably left in his career anyway. So enjoy him while he's here.
Yeah, I've seen enough. He can go home.
But the thing about it is, I've watched his entire career. I've been a fan of his. He's missed his opportunity. If he wanted to be the GOAT and a legitimate GOAT, he's already long way missed that opportunity to do that, bro. You got you have the worst record in the finals of all of the greats.
Hey, Quiz, I bet you this, right?
A lot.
I bet you this. If Flight was to do a poll, right, and ask anybody under the age of 30, who do you think the greatest player of all time is, LeBron or Steph Curry? I bet you Steph Curry would win. I bet you he'd win.
No, I don't think that's slow.
I don't know about that, but
I think he'd win.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he wins.
I don't know.
And I think he should win.
LeBron has a lot of PR behind him. Let's be real. Like, a lot of his shit is all PR. Like, all of these dudes on TV, they be capping. These dudes, listen, you telling me, like, Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, Chris Broussard, they've been following basketball.
Come on, don't forget about Shannon.
Shannon Sharp.
I don't count him because Shannon's a football dude. I'm just going to deal with the dudes who actually.
Yeah, Kwame already laid him to rest. He laid him to rest yesterday.
Flight. Let me finish landing this plane here, right? All of these dudes who've been watching and know basketball, I mean, no basketball, to even sit around there and entertain the notion that LeBron is in some way eclipsed Jordan to be the GOAT and validating this nonsense, they're shot out because they know better. I don't need to go to the reasons why. Jordan proved that he was the GOAT. He legitimately proved it after he retired the first time. It was debatable. Came back, he killed the debate when he in his second retirement. We never seen a dude just walk off the court and say, "Hey, man, I'm done." He did this twice. There's a legitimate case. Jordan could have four-peated easily, maybe even twice.
Yeah, but bro, the thing is though, we have to still keep in mind of the time, because if you want to keep saying the GOAT, then Bill Russell's the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about Bill Russell.
He won rings as a player and a coach. We could have the debate about Bill Russell, but when you go and take a look at, listen, there's more than just the rings that go into that conversation. When you go and take a look at all-time postseason playoff performance, you go do that with artificial intelligence right now. You can just go and take a look at the record books. When you go and take a look, if you break a record, and you break a record that was a Wilt Chamberlain record or a Michael Jordan record, you done some real shit. Yeah, I don't appreciate that. And you know what? That's the reason why I don't watch baseball today. Baseball is all about records. It's not about who win the World Series. Like, who won the World Series last year? I don't even remember because my Yankees ain't win. But at the end of the day, nobody cares. But they'll care if a pitcher gets a no-hitter, or you know what I'm saying, or like Aaron Judge broke the single season home run record. How is that more important than winning the World Series? You know what I'm saying?
It's not that. It's not just that. I mean, you got to understand that there's a little bit more to it than that. For example, right? When you talk about Michael Jordan, you realize there's only one other person, him and Wilt are the only two people that have 10 scoring titles. Nobody else even has half that. These are two dudes who had 7 scoring titles consecutively.
But where you going off again? Yeah, but look what you going off of.
Hold on. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Just like a person going to the finals 9 times. I mean, that's some phenomenal stuff right there.
That's fine, but you don't have 10. You don't have 10 world championships. Bill Russell does. Yeah, you don't have 10.
Bill Russell does have 10 championships, and he
11.
Was 11.
Thank you.
A phenomenal defensive player. We can all agree on that. But you can go and take a look at top defensive players or top offensive players, and Bill Russell isn't even there.
But you're going off for stats. Are we going off for stats or winning? Since this where you can't do that.
Hold on. Robert Horry has 7 rings. You know the reason why
big shot Bob
conversation? There's a reason he's not in the GOAT conversation. Karl Malone was before LeBron James passed Kareem.
Yeah.
Leading scorer in NBA. He was never in the GOAT conversation. There's a reason. Right? Now, there's a case. Definitely, there's a case for Bill Russell. There's a case for Kareem. There's a case.
But again, you're going off individual accolades and statistics.
I'm not going off.
I'm talking about winning. So let's just judge about winning.
So let's go by winning. Let's go by winning.
Who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT?
Michael Jordan 3-peated not once but twice. He never lost in the final.
How many championships does Michael Jordan have?
Ever. 6.
Okay, he has 6. How many does Bill Russell have?
He won every finals that he was in.
Then Bill Russell's the GOAT. Then Bill Russell, and he won as a player and coach. He's the GOAT.
Bill Russell credit. You make it like I'm over here disrespecting.
No, you can't. No, there's nothing that you can give him. He already earned it. So that means he's the GOAT if we're going to go for winning.
Bill Russell has a case. He has a case.
You're saying he has a case, but everything that you stated was all for individual awards and statistics. But that doesn't. But we're talking about winning. We're talking about winning. We're talking about championships. That's why everybody calls Tom Brady the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the passing yards and all of that. He ain't broke every record Damn near every because he played long enough. But we go over his Super Bowls. That's what we go off of.
And Tom Brady lost in the Super Bowl also.
That's not what I said. I said, we judge him from his winning of Super Bowls.
You have to put things within context.
But how's he the GOAT? But you don't understand what I'm saying. You like I said,
what you're saying.
You mentioned individual awards. Tom Brady is considered the GOAT because of his Super Bowl rings, not because of the single season passing record, or he holds the records for most touchdowns or completions. That's not why he's considered the GOAT. He's considered the GOAT because of his hardware, his championships. So if we're going to consider somebody the GOAT,
Tom Brady's been to more Super Bowls than Joe Montana. That's a fact. Joe Montana hasn't been to nowhere near as many Super Bowls as Tom Brady. Tom Brady has also lost in the Super Bowl, right? Before Tom Brady, Joe Montana was allegedly the GOAT.
But you're dancing around it though. You're dancing around what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is Tom Brady is considered the GOAT because of his championships. That's the only reason people consider him the GOAT. So what I'm saying is, if we can consider that in football for Tom Brady, then it has to be the same in basketball. So that would make Bill Russell the GOAT. You can't make Michael Jordan the GOAT.
Listen, if you want to feel Bill Russell's the GOAT, then you're welcome and entitled to that. Bill Russell is not the GOAT over Michael Jordan for a multitude of reasons.
Who got more rings?
And that's debatable. Everybody know Bill Russell got more rings than everybody else. But Bill Russell, listen, check it out. Now, when you go back to the era when Bill Russell played, right? You know, we're talking about Michael Jordan actually played in what we would call, quote unquote, the modern NBA with the 24-second shot clock and 3-point line.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. You made my point. Thank you. You made my point. So what did I say earlier? Everybody is the GOAT in their era. You can't how you gonna put LeBron James, who was born the same year that Michael Jordan made his debut in the NBA? Actually around the same exact time. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? I was born in November, he born in December. So Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying, October of that year, he made his debut in the NBA. How are we going to compare these people? We're talking about they're almost 2 generations apart.
Well, I mean, Wilt Chamberlain was playing back around that time, and Wilt Chamberlain has records people thought would never be broken.
Wilt Chamberlain playing back around what time?
Nor even Tom, or nor even tied with.
Hold on. What time was Wilt Chamberlain playing around? What are you talking about?
I don't know, but they were both playing around when television was black and white.
Oh, you talking about Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain? You're absolutely right. And Wilt Chamberlain has, to my knowledge, only one championship. Wilt Chamberlain only has one championship.
Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain does only have one championship. That's a fact. But these guys also played in a league that only had a handful of teams. It wasn't like a full 30 to 32 teams in the league.
But you're making my point.
That's why I said, hold on. You keep on. Listen, I already said this. You talk about me proving a point. I already told you that Michael Jordan said out of his own mouth that you cannot judge people based off their what you call. That was one of the first things I said. Am I correct or am I not?
You did say that.
All right, you're coming at me with. All right, I got you. I didn't say nothing disrespectful about Bill Russell. If you want to feel as though Bill Russell's the GOAT, that is fine. I never saw Bill Russell play. I saw what Bill Russell's accolades are. I saw where Bill Russell ranks in certain things. And when you go and take a look at the actual record books, that also means something. When you talk about Tom Brady is actually in record books. Tom Brady beat Dan Marino's passing records.
You're being disrespectful right now. Disingenuous.
Tom Brady has thrown what? He's thrown the most touchdown passes, including in postseason.
Oh, okay. Hold on. For the listeners, let's don't say make it clear because you're not making it clear. First of all, Tom Brady didn't break Dan Marino's record. Peyton Manning broke Dan Marino's record. And then Drew Brees broke Peyton Manning's record. And then Tom Brady, who's played the longest, broke that record. So that's how that works. Well, that's longevity. Same with LeBron.
Yeah.
That's longevity.
You want to go into that, but I mean, of course, he did pass Dan Marino, right? Absolutely. And Dan Marino had 35 passing records. I was always a big Dan Marino fan. So
And he never won a championship. And he never won a Super Bowl.
He never won a championship. And I watched that man with my own eyes. One of the most phenomenal quarterbacks ever. And he never won a championship. He never won a championship. So, of course, quite naturally, Tom Brady did win a bunch of championships. But Tom Brady's also in those record books also. It's not like Tom Brady just got a bunch of rings and he doesn't have any.
But that's not what people credit him for. But you keep trying to refute what I'm saying. That's not what people credit him for as being the GOAT.
I'm not trying to refute what you're saying. I'm just telling you that's the way it is. Period.
Everybody says, well, why is he the GOAT? You heard it on Undisputed. What does Skip say all the time? He's the most winningest quarterback in history. Who has more rings than him? That's what makes him the GOAT. That's what they say. They don't talk about his records. Those were longevity records. He played 20 years.
All those things come into the conversation also. Whether they say them or not, they come into the conversation. So Tom Brady's a phenomenal quarterback. I've watched his entire career. I was a lifelong Dolphins fan. My brother was a New England Patriots fan. He was a fan.
That's shameful.
He'd been a fan of the New England Patriots since they had Steve Grogan running around with a neck collar like a lineman. He'd been through the fire with that team when nobody.
You should be ashamed of yourself, though. Yeah, but you should be ashamed of yourself. Miami, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Why should I be ashamed of myself? That's my squad. What I gotta be ashamed of? I'm not out there playing.
It doesn't matter if you're out there playing or not. Were you alive when last time they won a Super Bowl? I know you weren't.
Nope.
Yeah, shameful. I'm glad. I'm happy to be a Giants fan.
I'm ashamed because I should be ashamed because my team. I can't win a championship for them. Shoot, I wish I could.
My quarterback was the only quarterback that beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. My quarterback gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's right, and I'm gonna be there when he go in the Canton. I'm gonna be there.
I like Eli Manning.
My dude, man.
Eli Manning had a knack for throwing those. He had the luck of the Irish on his side with some of the passes and stuff.
Skill, baby. Skill. That's a few. First ballot Hall of Fame. I'm gonna be there, man.
And you as a Giants fan, know a lot of people thought Eli Manning was trash too.
I was born a Giants fan. I'm from New York, man. I have to be a Giants fan.
Right. But you as a Giants fan, even your fellow Giants fans, a lot of them thought that Eli Manning was trash too.
I didn't think anything. I was very happy that April in 2004, when they drafted him and he said he wasn't going to play in San Diego, I was very happy about that. I said, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? We got Peyton number 2. And what did he do? But just win 2 Super Bowls and 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and he's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all good with it, man. I'm all good with Eli.
Eli, man, I don't have an issue, but I mean, I'm also from New York. I definitely know a lot of Giants fans they wanted to get rid of him. They talked about him like he was trash. I was like, why y'all feel that way? Eli Manning got y'all to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because they wasn't genuine. Because they should have never discussed that information with you. You being a Dolphins fan, they should never even reveal that to you. So they were being disingenuous. The nerve of those people. I think you should say their names on live TV. You know what I'm saying? On live YouTube. Say their names right now, man.
You're a New Yorker. You know how it is. People be talking. People are very outspoken with the things they be saying. One minute they love you, the next minute they hate you.
The only reason I got mad at Eli, I thought he stayed around too long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I thought he stayed past his prime. He should have left.
Eli had that look on his face, like, you know what I mean? Like, but he would come up with some miraculous play. He was always able to throw. He was able to throw when he was in college. He used to be able to throw long.
Damn right.
That's his signature thing. But he has moments, and he's had his moments where he definitely looked like you didn't know if you were gonna be able to make it. But he threw one of the. They had one of the greatest catches at what was it? A Victor Cruz catch with the catch on the helmet.
Oh, that was Tyree. David Tyree.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal catch.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it the Plexico Burris one?
That one too.
There was one with Plexico Burris too. The dude who shot himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he had a knack for throwing up these passes, man, and they come down in the right person's hand.
No, so now I want to ask you this question though, and it's not football related, but how do you think history is going to judge LeBron James? It's like when it's all said and done.
I mean, like, hey man, a lot of things come into play. I think that history. I mean, right now you have a lot of PR stuff going on, so I think a lot of people will, and And LeBron is a very vocal and active person off the basketball court. So we'll see what his post career looks like. But the way it is right now, I don't know if all of this stuff will hold up that well on, on the long term litmus test. I think that he'll have his longevity will help him. But a lot of his accolades are longevity driven, like playing 20 straight years. Of course, you've taken more shots than everybody. You've missed more shots than anybody in the postseason. You've lost more playoff games than anybody in the postseason. You've turned the ball over more than anybody in history. And then you've also, you have a losing record in the finals. You know what I mean? Stuff like that is interesting. But you did win a couple of championships in Miami, To win your first championship, you buddied up with Dwayne Wade, who already had a championship, which nobody really cares about. But at the end of the day, that's where your first two championships came. You broke even there. You went to Cleveland, you know what I mean? You guys won there. I don't know. These past few years with the Lakers, this year has been, I think, kind of like a somewhat more of a saving grace year for LeBron. At least you made the postseason. The last 2 years after the bubble, you guys were abysmal, to be quite honest with you. So,
I think the Lakers should get rid of him, man. I just think the Lakers should get rid of him. I don't think
I don't think they're going to do that, though.
No, they're not going to do that, but they should, man. He's not going to increase their chances of winning. I would get rid of him. I would get rid of Anthony Davis, who I see is a clear bust. He's a real disappointment, man. Dude can't stay healthy, man, and he's not consistent. And I think the Lakers should build through the draft. Keep Hachimura, keep Austin Reeves, keep Schroeder, and just go ahead and build through the draft, man, like you used to do. Why are we so, in a rush to win? It's okay. We don't have to win right now. Let's go get some players. I would seriously ship LeBron and AD off, man. I think they're the reason that the Lakers aren't successful. I really do. I believe that. Yeah.
There's some comments over there in the chat right now, which one of the things, this is the reason why these conversations are just so weird to me. Now you got somebody over here saying that Charles Barkley wasn't a great player. I mean, hey, man, if that's how you feel, Charles Barkley was definitely a great player. Somebody is out there saying, I didn't know getting swept takes you out the GOAT debate. I don't see where getting swept takes you out of that debate. If people are still gonna, as long as people champion you for being a GOAT, or somebody feels as though you are the GOAT, then you're worthy of being in the debate. So LeBron is not going to go out of the GOAT conversation just because he got swept. It ain't the first time Bron got swept. It might not be the last.
I think you have to be out of the GOAT debate, because I think the GOAT debate is, to me, in my opinion, it's all about winning. It's all about winning. And like you said with Jordan is 6 for 6, man. That's just something you can't take away from him.
And that's the thing. That's why I don't really want to be contentious with you. There are people who have certainly gone to more championships, right? But you're talking about a dude who ain't never lost. You can't show one place where that man. And not only did he never lose there. Every year that he was in the finals, he was arguably MVP of the league. He was the leading scorer of the league. He was MVP, Finals MVP. I mean, these things aren't even debatable. You can go back and take a look.
I mean, I remember. I was there.
And the crazy thing with Jordan is that Jordan three-peated the first time and then retired after his dad passed away. You know what I mean? He just walked away. Then he came back and did it again. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like Shaq was in the league when he was there. It's not like there wasn't other people out there competing for whatever. But anyway, that's his case. Then you, of course, have the Bill Russell case, because I've been there more than anybody else, right? And those Celtics teams, I mean, the Celtics are legendary. The Celtics have always had great teams. Hey, they did better than the Lakers with Magic and Kareem. Kareem is in the conversation. And we're in a modern generation. LeBron's in the conversation. But like you said, there are people you can make a case for in his own generation who've been more successful than him, for facts.
I mean, because winning and losing has a big part to play in it. It just does. And I feel like although LeBron might be the greatest of his generation, I feel like he's also been somewhat of a disappointment. He should have won way more championships than he won. He's just supposed to, man. Bottom line, I don't care how you want to paint it. A lot of those teams, he helped put them together.
Right. But
You know
I
what
will
I'm
say
saying?
this. I want to say this. There's an emphasis on winning, and when we talk about the greats of the greats, that definitely has something to do with it, right? But they're a great, like when I said Dan Marino is a great quarterback. He didn't win, but you'd be bugging not to say that dude is a great quarterback based off of what he did as an
Well, that's a
individual player,
fact.
right?
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
same thing goes for basketball. So people should also be level-headed, be reasonable about things. Just because you don't win a ring, even if you never win a ring at all, does not mean that a person is not a great player. For example, let's say Joker never wins a ring at all. Well, what he's doing right now, we'd be bugging not to say this guy isn't a great player. He's already a great player, and if he continues doing this for another 2-3 years, I mean, come on, this dude's definitely potentially going to the Hall of Fame. So
You can be great, but everybody goes to the Hall of Fame in the NBA, so that ain't saying much.
yeah, you're right. The
Well,
NBA is weird like that. Like they just send people, and then they try to leapfrog people over people in the end. In the You know what? Actually, we could have a good conversation. How do you feel? Like, I don't know, man. I was thinking about this, man. Like this KD and where he ranks in the Hall of Fame. I think that he might be overrated in the Hall of Fame.
Hold on, let me say something. And I told you, first of all, Kevin Durant is very overrated. He has proven since he got from Steph and them, he just can't deliver, man. He is not the dude that everybody thinks he is. And I feel so sorry for Phoenix. All what they gave up to get this dude, and it's still not gonna be enough. Phoenix ain't going nowhere next year either. So he gonna be unhappy that where he gonna go.
I mean, I just can't rate a person that highly who the only thing that they did was latch on to a 7. Listen, the Golden State Warriors are a 70-plus win team. There's only one other team in the history of the NBA that can say that, especially modern NBA.
Exactly.
So you put yourself up there with one of the greatest teams, and the Chicago Bulls were definitely one of the greatest teams in NBA history, based off of what they did. So you put yourself up there just by virtue of that record of how profound they were. Like even you talk about my Dolphins, they had an undefeated season. The New England Patriots came close, but then they lost in the Super Bowl. But still in all, that still puts them up there within the annals of time when you do stuff like that. So Kevin Durant lashed himself onto a team that was already going to the finals. You know what I mean? He weakened the West because he was the competition for them. He almost beat them. And to me, that to me is kind of like a blemish that he can't get away from in my eyes.
Right, he can, bro.
Because you ran from the smoke. You ran from the smoke. 1 minute you was hugged up with Russ, and that's your brother, and you know what I mean. Next minute you ran from the smoke to go. If I can't beat him, I'm gonna join him. You know what I mean? Like, oh, come on, man. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not a big fan of that. And then the thing about it is, last year you got swept first round. This year you got your boots smoked.
Exactly.
I mean, come on,
exactly.
What are we talking about here? And people act like KD is the greatest player on the planet. People act like they never seen that man miss a shot. I mean, plenty of shots.
Exactly, and that's my thing. He's supposed to be that dude, but he can't carry a team. You know what I'm saying? He can't even will a team to win. He has no leadership capabilities.
Hey, and you know what? And that's the thing that I hate, this historical revisionist crap. The reason why Russell Westbrook was beloved in OKC is because he had a much more winning drive than KD. When they were there together, and that's why people loved him, because he reminded us of Allen Iverson, a dude who didn't care, he wanted to win. He might have hit a couple of bad shots here or there, but shoot, he hit a bunch of good shots for them too. And KD was nowhere to be found in a lot of them clutch situations. He wasn't crying for the ball and demanding it and going posting up. He wanted to sit on the wing and shoot 3-pointers. So let's stop acting like KD actually was a better player when he played for the Warriors, because at least Draymond held him accountable to playing some defense. You ain't never seen a lick of defense out of KD in OKC. So stop acting like KD was carrying the Golden State, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and Russell Westbrook was a tag along who was trash. Russell Westbrook was one of the primary reasons why they was getting where they was getting, and KD was appreciating him during that time frame. Even if you go back and look at post game press conferences and all of that good stuff. So I don't know where KD decided that. Oh, I don't like I can't play with this dude. I don't know where that came from because he wasn't saying that. He wasn't saying that a week before.
I agree. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. He got ways like a woman, man. You know what I'm saying? He always in his feelings, man. You know what I'm saying? He always in his feelings. Like, yo, okay, Kyrie ain't want to stay in Brooklyn. Why you couldn't stay in Brooklyn? You a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't your choice. So all the reports is right. Kyrie told you to go there and you went there. Like a do boy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's weird to me. That's weird, just altogether. And if you want my respect, you gotta actually do something on your own merit, bro.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
That's my thing. Like, if you want to say weird things, all right, go ahead and say them. Even like where Scottie Pippen is right now. Scottie, you played on some good teams. I watched you when you played on some of them teams, dude. You was a third option at best on teams that if you was a dude that you act like you is, you should have been number 1 or number 2. We ain't never seen you be. We always you're just like it's like Gladys Knight, bro. You a pip. Just be what you are, bro. Be what you are. Stop talking crazy about people.
So LeBron ain't got no logo like Jordan.
What do you, I mean, LeBron's logo? No, nobody recognize that like Jordan. That you can't even
like
compare
people
those.
That
two
don't
logos.
even watch basketball. If you show them the Jordan logo, they know who that is.
I mean, Jordan. Listen, Jordan's iconicism is legendary, and we still recognize Jordan's iconicism today. And that man ain't played in what 30 years.
20 years. 20 years.
Yeah, generation.
That guy ain't played in forever. But Jordan just did things, and it was also not even what he did. It was also the way he did certain things, man. He made basketball enjoyable. He made it fun. He spoke good of the game. He was a good ambassador for the game.
Like Mike, if I could be like
classic
Mike.
commercials we grew up with.
Word.
And aside from that, his influence. How many people came to the league? LeBron was coming into the league wearing 23. Kobe Bryant was a big fan of Michael Jordan's. I mean, shoot, he learned some of his things. I don't know the reason why LeBron didn't follow the blueprint. Mike left the blueprint. Learn that mid-range turnaround fade. Make that money in the bank. Even Tim Duncan knew it had enough sense to do that. You over here getting tied up by Jamal Murray. You ain't got a go-to move yet, LeBron? Not one?
Jordan taught Kobe how to do the turnaround at the All-Star game.
Yo, and you know the crazy thing about it is? Yeah. Kobe Bryant played with a dude named Eddie Jones. Remember him?
Yeah.
Eddie Jones was a really good basketball player.
Yeah, Eddie Jones was nice.
He followed the Michael Jordan blueprint. So Kobe had that. He had Phil Jackson. He had
Eddie Jones was endorsed by Jordan. Yeah, he was endorsed by him.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you, I remember where Jordan got that turner. There was a dude named Reggie Lewis in Boston.
May he rest in peace. Yeah,
that dude was nice. He was.
I think Reggie Lewis.
Yeah, that dude was the king of that move. That was his whole offense. Was that move? And hey, man, people said you couldn't shoot. Jordan just got better every year. He added another element to his game. Bron should be doing that. There's no reason why LeBron should be such a terrible free throw shooter, especially this late in his career, knowing that those points, missed free throws that help you lose a basketball game. When you go back and look at the basketball game, and the free throw line ain't never moved from the whole time you've been playing basketball. I mean, the line is in the exact same place. Am I right or wrong?
It's too late in his career not to care about free throws.
I don't know, man, but
he can stop shooting threes too. How about that?
I've seen him just throw the ball up there like you didn't even give a fuck.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He hasn't done enough, and I was even listening to a conversation today, and I was like, that's the reason why I'm just like, these dudes on TV need to stop capping. They make it like this is close. It can't be close. How? He hasn't done enough to satisfy me to be a legitimate, other than him saying some stuff out of his mouth. I will give him the one thing I will give LeBron credit for. Like, I will give him ultimate credit for. He did something that Nobody else did. Going back to his hometown, which he was already there. It would have been better if he would have won there first.
Yeah.
Then you want to run and play with Dwayne Wade. That's fine. But anyway, though, you winning for your hometown. You know, he stated that as a goal of his when he first came into the league. So I'm glad he completed that mission. To me, that's the biggest accomplishment of his entire career, winning it for Cleveland.
But did we count on him running though? Like,
but I mean, he ain't. Listen, he ain't got. Listen, LeBron ain't got one three-peat.
Look,
He
okay,
ain't got
so
one.
everybody knows.
If he would have even got a back-to-back in Cleveland, I would have been like, all right, he's here to dominate, and I'm gonna put this stamp on the map for Cleveland.
So everybody knows what jersey, what team Jordan will be known for. His legacy, retirement, is all his. So
Man,
how does LeBron fit in that?
that's where LeBron got weird, because to me, because think about it. He's from Cleveland, right? I think we want to say, hey, Cleveland. We only won one in Cleveland, but I think that you kind of have to do that. He's won most of his rings in Miami, right? But situation on your own. What the hell you was thinking, bro? But anyway, you could have been dominant. I mean, everybody knew Dwayne Wade wasn't gonna be there forever, man. Him and you was the one who wanted to do it. This is my brother. I'm surprised he just didn't go back to Miami.
Well, look, man, LeBron James is the one that's credited with all these free agency moves. You know what I'm saying? He's the one credited with it. But you have to ask yourself, is it hurting or helping the player? Is it hurting or helping the organization? And to me, it's hurting the player more than it's hurting the organization. You know what I'm saying? Because these dudes can't sit like James Harden. You know what I'm saying? After the Philly debacle, it came out he wants to go back to Houston.
Crazy.
Or he wants to play for, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with Kevin Durant. I want to play for a title contender. Why can't you make a team a title contender?
I don't even know why James Harden wanted to go back to Houston. I don't even know why Houston won him. That's the weirdest part of that to me.
He ain't going back there, man. Ime ain't dealing with that. No, so Ime got young boys.
Why would you pay somebody top money to sit there and you not going nowhere? Like, I'm not paying you top dollar to sit on the bench and go to strip clubs. Come on, what are we talking about?
Word. But see, Quez, that's the thing, though, bro. These young players, they don't care about winning. A lot of them. I'm not saying all of them. But, do you really think it bothers James Harden that the season is over? He about to get back to partying with little baby, you know what I'm saying, eating mad chicken wings and chilling. He don't care. I know it's killing Joel Embiid, number one, because it's embarrassing. I'm the league MVP, and my team gets bumped. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get back to work. Giannis, I got to get back to work. But it's a lot of them that it don't affect them because they don't care about the winning. They cool with getting the bag. Kyrie Irving. He cool with getting the bag. Kevin Durant. These people are not, just because you play a sport at a high level, that doesn't make you competitive.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And especially now, you know what I'm saying? If I knew I had the talents of a Kyrie Irving, whatever, and I knew I can get paid millions, do you think I care if the team wins or lose? I don't care. You're going to give me $60 million. And then you're going to read me up for $250 million. What do I care if we win or lose? Same thing with Memphis out there with Ja. What do he care? He going to the bank, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't have... Yeah, they don't have that drive. And that, I will give you that, because that's something that Jordan had. He was probably making the equivalent to their money with all his endorsements and everything. Damn sure wasn't his contract. But he was still hungry to go out there year after year and prove that he was the best. He'd come to New York and torch us. He'd embarrass us in New York.
I mean, you really can't dispute that dude's drive, because when he came in, I mean, when he was doing his thing, it's not like he was leading the league in scoring every year, and he was playing every game. So, you know what I mean? You got a lot of dudes out here. Like, that's the reason I'm gonna go back to this James Harden thing. You want to go back to Houston for what? You don't want to go back there to play basketball. In fact, I don't even know why you even said you want to go there, because that's now you really look weak sauce. His He's been a bum. It's
I
crazy.
agree.
Just like when you halfway kind of believe like maybe he might be doing something. Like I mean, he had one game he won in the playoffs this year for them when Embiid was down, and I'm like, all right, man, because I try to defend James Harden, man, but he's a
45 points.
complete clown, bro.
Was
You're
that
a
45
complete
points?
clown. Yeah, I can't with James Harden. He doesn't deserve to get paid. Ben Simmons doesn't deserve to be paid. A lot of the
Word.
dudes that they paying top money to, they need to
Word.
reevaluate why they paying them because all they want to be in is cozy situations. KD, come on, bro. You're not even. They said you the best player on the planet. You ain't even the best player on your team, bro.
Word.
Come
Word. I
on,
agree, bro.
come
I
on.
agree. I gotta agree with you, bro.
Devin Booker got has exhibited way more heart than KD. Way more.
Yeah, right. I agree.
I mean, come on. You supposed
I
to
mean,
be.
and another thing, because we asked ourselves, with all the players that they gave up to get KD, are they truly a better team? I think they were better with the players they had.
Mm.
Mikal Bridges was balling in Brooklyn.
I
He was
agree.
doing his thing.
They were better off expanding his role. Say, hey, you know what? Why don't you
Exactly.
your role?
Exactly. Who's the other one? The light skinned boy. What's his name? With a little afro. Cam. Cam was it Cam? Yeah, Cam.
Oh yeah,
I think it's
Cam Johnson.
Yeah, Cam Johnson.
Or Cam
Yeah.
Thomas. Because they got Cams over there.
Yeah. Cam Johnson, good young player. You trade him away because we gotta have KD. Bro, they was right there. They was gonna make it, man. Even with Chris Paul. Okay, he get old. We'll get rid of him or just ride him to the wheels fall off. Let's just get a backup point guard. But why are we gonna get Kevin Durant knowing how much you gotta give away? That's what I'm telling you, bro. Everybody wants to win now. It's the microwave mentality. I want my shit right now. I'm not gonna wait. And if he gives us the best chance to win, then you go ahead and get him. Well, I would love to ask him. Monty lost his job, and I would love to ask the GM, you know what I'm saying, who's on the hot seat too. Did he give you the best chance to win? No, he didn't.
All I know is I'm not paying somebody because they want to come to my city so they can go and hang out in the strip clubs. I'm not doing that. I'm better off rocking with the young talent, you know what I mean, and bringing somebody. What is he going to teach these young players on that team? How to force their way out of a contract? Come on.
Word.
I'm not endorsing any of the fuckery. And for people who think that James Harden is all of that, James Harden wasn't all of that when he was all of that. That's the reason why he ain't never go nowhere. James Harden, all he do is step back. He used to abuse the little rules and whatnot. You know what I mean? And come on, man. Come on. You already know. We seen it. That wasn't even that long ago. Go back and
I wish I was on the court. If I had front row tickets, one play, I swear I'd go out there and get thrown out the gym to block one of them shots.
Come on, man. James Harden is best known for bricking and losing when it counts. That's what he's known for. And I even try to defend that brother. I'm done. When he said I want to go back to like at the end of the season, when he said this, I'm done. I can't. I'm not even there. All of that. Well, he's one of the best assist people in the entire NBA. Like I don't even care about none of that no more, man. You just retire, bro. I'm done seeing you.
Yeah, I came up watching Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, and Clyde Drexler dunks every week. From one of those three, I was guaranteed to get a good highlight reel. Where am I at today in today's league?
I don't know, but
big drop off. You had Ja Morant leading the pack, but
right now I'm on some out with the old and with the new. The NBA has moved on from where people think it is. It's moved on from LeBron and KD.
I agree with you, bro.
It's moved on from Kawhi. Start getting ready and paying attention to these dudes. All these dudes that everybody got issues with. These are the dudes who are fighting for it now. Joker, Luka. Eventually, when they get their squad together, which might not happen. The Grizzlies with Ja Morant and those young boys over there, if they can keep that together and just add a couple of pieces, get healthy, because they definitely need Steven Adams over there. I don't know what they're going to do behind him, but they better start figuring it out now, getting themselves a center behind that. Because Jared Jackson. I love that brother, but he ain't the center that you need. Basically what I'm saying is there's teams on a come up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying watching teams on the come up.
I am too, man.
I'm tired of hearing about the same old dudes. All these old dudes be talking about, like, what are we talking about before? I'm tired of hearing about LeBron.
Right. I agree, bro. I'm out here in Michigan, man. So I'm anxious to see what Detroit gonna look like, man, and Houston and Orlando. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Orlando got a good team. They got some young players. It's just that it takes and that's the crazy things. You hear a lot of people talking about, when they start getting into these arguments. Well, talk about when certain people lost at certain periods in their career. Like, it takes a while for you to get the chemistry you'll need to be a championship contender. It takes a few years for that to happen, but you got to start with getting the players, and then you got to believe in the process, and you got to work the process, and your organization got to be on par with that too. You can't, even if you have players, if you ain't got a championship organization, it don't mean nothing.
I agree. Sacramento is going to be another team that's going to come up.
Yeah, you know I think Sacramento made a big step forward. I was impressed with them this postseason.
Yeah, I think Milwaukee is about to get focused and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? As long as they can keep their health.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what happens in Milwaukee because I was surprised that they fired their coach.
I wasn't. I just told you, bro. Everybody wants to win now. So never mind that you won a championship. No, I said never mind that. Go ahead.
Well, that's cool, but that's my thing. Like, part of winning that championship is bringing in the right person, who to inspire them. So I got to see what that's going to look like and see what their team. I'm not sure what. Did they just fire the coach, or they plan on making moves with players? I mean, I don't know what's going on over there in Milwaukee. I got to see.
I don't either, but I think it's just so disrespectful. I just won you your first championship in almost 50 years, and you get rid of me. Same with Nick Nurse. Damn, I brought you your first championship in league history, and you get rid of me.
Yeah, this is the thing that's crazy. I'm glad you mentioned that because I feel like all they're gonna do is play musical chairs with these coaches. Who you gonna hire? You're gonna hire one of these coaches that just got fired to give them a shot to do the same thing, but you already had a person already put a system in place. Like, come on, what are y'all really doing out here?
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? But it's just dirty to me because it just shows no loyalty. Like you will not stand behind the coach. And honestly, I think Doc should retire. I don't think he should even took that Philly job after he had got fired from the Clippers. He should have took some time off. You know what I'm saying? I don't think players respond to him like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's the same as when he was in Brooklyn and his early years with the Clippers. I'm in Brooklyn, Boston. I just think they don't respond to him like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who they hired, if they hired anybody yet, but you know what I'm saying? That's another one, man. I
was listening to your take about the Boston Celtics and the fact that they should have brought back Udoka, and I agree. They should have sent that chick. They should have sent that executive's wife, who he was boning. They should have sent her to go get him, and don't come back until she bring him. You know what I mean?
Word.
Turn my head with anything that she does. I would have. She's been part of it. She's been part of the negotiation bargain to get him back.
Word.
The Celtics. I was like, you could have her as part of the deal.
Yeah, because I told you, man, Mazzulla looked lost. He looked out everything.
I don't fully blame Mazzulla though, but I understand it. I think
he's a coach. You have to.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like Jason Tatum, man, like come on, bro. I don't know, Jason Tatum. You didn't even have a good game in that last game. Like people look at them numbers, man. What does those numbers mean? At the end of the game, you wasn't there, bro.
I don't know. Jason Tatum, for some reason, I think just because he's on TV, he's trying to channel his inner Kobe Bryant, and he's trying to do all these back him down and fadeaways, and he's just not successful at making the shot. That might need something he needs to work on in the offseason, but right now, bro, you need to play your game. Get to the rack. Stop with the shooting threes. As I said, both teams need to stop with the threes.
He needs a mid-range game. He's tall, he has the height, but he should have a solid mid-range game. If he did that, he'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, right.
Where y'all seeing Kobe in that guy?
Huh?
Where are y'all seeing Kobe in Jalen? Jason
Kobe, what are you talking about? Kobe ain't been playing forever.
No. I'm saying comparing Kobe to Tatum.
No. Tatum is trying to mimic Kobe with the back you down, then with the fadeaway, but
Really?
he's not successful. He's not making no shots. At least at a high clip. So I don't know why he keep risking it. And then a lot of the times he's getting ripped from the ball. The ball's getting stolen. He gets ripped a lot.
No, he should be at the rim. He shouldn't be trying to fucking
Exactly.
settle. There should be no settling unless you're inside 5 seconds on the shot clock or some sort of double team situation.
Exactly.
What's we call 1-on-1? I don't give a fuck. You should be getting around that dude. You should be able to do a head fake. You're long enough. Even if you can't get a dunk, you should be getting to the line or something like that.
Tatum has a good drive game periodically, but other than that, he's a glorified 3-point shooter. Mark, trust me when I tell you this. If Tatum developed a strong mid-range game, he'd be unstoppable because he can get to the hole. He can hit the three every now and then and get wet.
He got a nice shot. I've seen his shot, even his misses.
He's not a consistent. If you think that Jason Tatum's got a consistent mid-range game, you are lying to yourself.
Oh no,
terribly.
Not a mid-range game. No.
He lives by the three, and the only thing else he does is attack the rim. You know what I mean, on layups, and he has the height and stuff like that. That's good. He's good at getting to the hole, but I don't think he's as good at getting to the hole as Jaylen Brown is a lot of times. But if he actually he's a go-to dude, right? We all know Jason Tatum's a go-to dude. He gets his number called a lot, but where's he at when he gets the ball? He's at the 3-point line. Let's be real.
He's not creating that 3-point line. It's from what I've seen, he's got to be facing the rim on a catch, either a catch situation or some sort of screen situation.
He's out there, either he's driving or he's taking that three. That's the only two things that dude is doing.
Yeah.
And like my man just got finished saying, he's loosey-goosey on the handles anyway.
He is. He gets ripped too much.
With the Celtics is that they turn the ball over in critical situations.
They do. And I don't understand them. They're a veteran group. They know better than that. They don't take care of the ball well at all.
I mean, they were doing that last year when they went to the finals too. I mean, but I think that they may be a little bit better at it now, but they still, like, instead of turning the ball over 6 times, maybe turn it over 5 now. I don't know.
So are they gonna blow Game 7 at home tomorrow?
Good question. I mean, that they're at home. I mean, to me, I think that the Celtics, first off, they have no excuse for being down. This series shouldn't even have been. The Celtics are a better team than the Heat. The only problem with the Heat, the one thing that the Heat is better than the Celtics at is they got a lot more in the heart.
Yeah.
Word.
The what did I say after Game 2 or after the Game 3 performance? Game 3 performance. My phrase for the Celtics to describe them: gutless cowards. So, they played with a lot more guts in that last game, but even with them being 3-3, with the series being 3-3, and them being at home, where their role players should show up, I'm not gonna, they got no excuses for losing the series at all, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
Is all the pressure on the Celtics?
I think there's pressure on both of them. The Heat just blew a 3-0 lead, and then they got to go to Boston. And, I mean, the Heat's offense is, come on. I mean, and it's going to be tougher for them because they're playing with a bunch of non-drafted players. Like, a lot of those guys' game might not travel as well. But the Heat have shown that they can play.
The Heat are a playing team.
Yeah, but the Heat lost that last game because of Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo playing like ass cheeks. That's really the truth of the matter. That last game, they didn't play good. Jimmy turned it on a little bit too little, too late at the end. Forcing up, getting to the free throw line, but I think that the
something wrong with Butler's knee.
Man, y'all got to stop all of that. That man's that. Come on.
He was wide open. Nobody.
We gotta stop that. We gotta stop that bullshit. The motherfuckers on the court, man. We ain't nobody got time for the. What was that commercial they used to have back in the days? I haven't got time for the pain. Nobody care about that. Y'all gotta stop.
Like,
that's the shit that I be hating about LeBron. Every time he fails, it's some damn excuse makers for him. If you on the fucking court and you breathing and you got a motherfucking post and push through.
Word.
Nobody care about that. If you too injured to not play, then sit out. And guess
All right,
what?
fellas, I'm out, man.
Yeah, I'm about to dip out of here too. But if you can't, if you're gonna be on the basketball court, let's stop with the excuses.
Man, that shit was crazy.
I mean, like
I missed the last second shots. As soon as it rimmed out, I turned my head, and so I was virtually an ear witness. I didn't see it live. I totally missed that last 0.1 second tap. I turned my head.
I mean, there was some
I could not believe it. I was like, "Ain't no fucking way."
Yeah, they blew that. But the way that game was officiated, they probably would have called a foul if he tried to box the dude out anyway. But to be honest with you, that it was still a kind of a controversial ending at a little bit because even though people crying, that it was 2.3 seconds on the clock after Jimmy Butler went to the free throw line, and they moved it up to 3 seconds.
Yeah, what happened with that?
I mean, they can't give him back. They can't give if that time isn't there, then that shot that Derek White hits don't go in. So I don't know. You know what I mean? That's for the officials and stuff like that. But they gotta do a better job of officiating.
Yeah,
Plus, I didn't think that was a great.
Like, why did they give him 0.7 seconds if they blew a whistle on the initial call?
Yeah, and then somebody saying that, well, if they blew the whistle and he wasn't behind the line, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the officiating, you guys got to make up your mind and stick with it. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand what's happened there. If he was fouled from the when he was at the 3, then it wasn't 3 seconds. If he was fouled before then, he shouldn't have got 3 free throws. He should have only got 2. So, I mean, I don't know. The officials, and I think the officials were kind of whacking that game. I thought that the Celtics got a bunch of calls in that game on those rebounds, on those box out bullshit fouls that they were calling. They called a bunch of petty ass fouls in that game.
I lost track of the score. They kept fucking taking away and giving people threes for. Oh, I thought he was on the line. I'm like, do this during timeout, not while the game is going. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Remember that? I think it was in the third quarter.
Yeah.
I can't remember who shot it, but they was like initially it was a 2, and then while they were playing, they changed the score on the scoreboard. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I mean, I think that Miami could make a case that they were robbed in that game, but Miami didn't do enough to secure the bag in that game either.
Yeah,
they weren't boxing out all game long. It wasn't like it was a mystery at the end when they didn't box out. They ain't been boxing out the whole damn game.
Yeah, Duncan Robinson was wide open on those last 2 misses.
Duncan Robinson missed shots, and it shouldn't even have been him. I put the pressure on Jimmy. We're gonna call him Himmy buckets and all kind of stuff. He didn't play like no damn Himmy that game. He played like him ass crack.
Yeah.
He was playing terrible that game. He turned it on at the end a little bit. He got a couple of favorable calls to go his way, but come on, let's be honest. If Jimmy Butler would have come out and done what he was supposed to do, and he ended up with 22 points or something like that, but that was a weak 22 because he had like 14 points going into the fourth quarter or something like that. I remember at one point in the first quarter, I think he hit his 14th point or something like that. I mean, he wasn't playing. He didn't have a good game. They shot terrible. Him and Bam both shot terrible that game. I think that the Celtics should have momentum. They dodged a bullet, but now they're at home. So I think the Celtics should handle their business. Like you said, the Heat are playing team. They shouldn't even be there to begin with.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they have as much pressure as because, like the Celtics, you're the top seed. You're at home. It is Game 7. You're expected to win. Whereas from the Heat, from a Heat perspective, I don't know if they're feeling. I don't know if they're feeling that much, against them. Which I'm going to give them the edge on the road.
The Heat's problem is that you need Duncan Robinson, you need Gabe Vincent, you need Matt Strus, you need Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry. They got a bunch of dudes that they need and they've been counting on that are kind of like, unreliable. Not people that you want to necessarily be fucked up with having to count on, but they got no choice. And the Celtics shot pretty poor from 3 in that game. And the Celtics just they really want to be a 3-point shooting team. So when they get home, the person I'm going to look at is Al Horford.
Mm-hmm.
Al Horford is one of the I think it was game 4 or 5. Al Horford played animalistic. And Al Horford is one of the more hardy guys on that team. I don't know. I don't always know about Jason Tatum. I don't always know about Jaylen Brown. But Grant Williams, Al Horford. I don't even think it's Marcus Smart right now. I think Derek White is even more of an issue because he be playing hardy sometime. Like Derek White took a lot of damn big ball ass threes in that last game. He was taking some big shots.
Yeah.
He was taking big shots. Like, just look, I got the ball, man. I'm putting them away.
Shots,
yeah, I mean, I'm not even saying Steph Curry. It's just that he had the courage just to take a shot. Like, I'm gonna take a step off of, I got the ball out here, man. I'm shooting. Forget about getting the ball to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and all of them. Like, the Celtics have a better team on paper than the Heat. Just is what it is, and they should handle their business. But to be honest with you, I mean, winning 4 games in a row,
they're going to find some way to choke that motherfucker tomorrow, man.
I wouldn't be surprised. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they win either. I think that we're asking a lot from Miami. But Miami, y'all fucked up. Y'all dropped a bag. Y'all are punking them. How do you feel? What do you think about Jimmy Butler in tomorrow's game?
I don't know what's wrong with his leg. There's nothing wrong with his leg.
Come on, stop that leg shit. Come on. I don't want to hear that shit.
He's got to be put on like shit. He actually told him, he said, all we need is one stop.
Man, it don't make a difference what you said, man. You can't defend everybody. Jimmy, I don't care if your leg is fucked up. You can shoot better. And you're going to need to.
You got to lay it all out on the line, man. You got nothing
everybody, listen, come on, let's be real. In professional sports, when you get to the postseason, a lot of people dealing with nagging nicks and injuries. It don't even necessarily need to be an injury, but a lot of people are dealing with pain and soreness. You got to suck that shit up. That's what being a professional is about, bro. You think that there's not anybody else on the court that's got shit going on, the equivalent to what Jimmy Butler's going through?
Yeah, this could be the last game 7 and shit. Everybody's gonna be watching.
He better figure it out, and he better step it up, and he better play. It is what it is. You ain't got time. Nobody cares about none of that stuff. What are you talking about? People been playing basketball for a long time, bro. I seen Kobe with fingers taped up, and you know how many Allen Iverson led the league in scoring 4 times and only 6 feet tall, and they played very physical with that young man. No, nobody sits around and says, "Well, the reason why they didn't win is because he had a." When we come back and we look at this series, are we going to come back and say, "Well, I think that Jimmy had an issue with his knee"? That's that's the reason why all that stuff LeBron be doing is corny right now. Now you got people running around doing these PR campaigns. Yeah, well, LeBron, he had a foot injury. Well, you said during the beginning of the season, you said that the doctor told you had these amazing Wolverine from X-Men healing powers that nobody's ever seen before. Remember that? I've never seen anybody who can recover like this guy. Right? And you kept on playing. Let me ask you a question. Remember when LeBron had passed the scoring title and passed Kareem? Remember that game?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but LeBron, what did he need? 30 points to beat that? Huh?
38.
38, right?
Yeah.
And he accomplished that by the end of the what?
Third,
right?
When it's the third?
Yeah, at the end of the third or the end of the half, something like that, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
You remember the Lakers lost that game, right?
Yeah.
You remember how many points LeBron scored in the fourth quarter?
0.
About 4 or 5.
0.
No. One, he hit the scoring title, scored another bucket, and packed it in.
How much they lose by?
That don't make a difference.
Packed it in.
38. Listen, he needed 38 to get the scoring title, Uncle Vern. I want you to follow me.
No, he got the money. He got paid. I'm just saying. I already
No. I just
understand the knowledge. That's his knowledge.
I'm trying to show my brother something so we can stop all of this nonsense we be trying to we can't go back
He's trying to cut down on the GOAT talk.
I'm not talking about him being the GOAT. I'm just saying this. People are going to tell me about somebody's foot and somebody. I don't want to hear. Nobody cares about all of that shit. When you needed to get your scoring title, you dropped 38. You finished the game with 40 points. You finished, and I remember he hit the 38 because remember it was at the end of the third quarter. They stopped the whole game to have the ceremony. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah, it was halftime and shit.
All right, and you go back and look at that game and look at his game totals. That says everything that you need to say, man. Dudes, their foot don't hurt them when they need to go get their number. It didn't hurt them then. Afterwards, now all of a sudden, when you lose, now all of a sudden we start talking about all of these things. So I don't care if it's Jimmy Butler, LeBron, don't nobody care about none of that. If you on a basketball court, then we assume that you're healthy enough to play. We don't care about what happened. You know, I mean, I feel bad for you, but it's the postseason. People play through nicks and knacks.
They supposed to look at it like that too, though, as a player.
Yeah, exactly, Uncle Vern. You follow what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, Uncle Vern. I'm not trying to go into any other deep kind of conversation, but let's pay attention. These dudes don't have no problem with they cry about these injuries, but they don't cry about them when they need to go get their numbers.
Right.
They go get their numbers and then they decide to fall back and I'm not going to do nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? That last game LeBron played, he dropped like 20 points in the first half. And then he had 20, 21. He had a phenomenal first half, and then he had 9 points for the rest of the game. He had 5 points in the third quarter, so that means he would have 4 points in the fourth. So yeah, I mean, stop doing all of that capping for these dudes. If they step on a basketball court, just assume that they're healthy. And
right.
You know, it probably y'all were up by 15 in the first half. You could have taken a break. You didn't have to play the entire game. Y'all were up by 15. You could have said, hey, this is my time. I'm going to take a little bit of break. You wanted to be out there. I understand you. It's an important game. But then when you come down the stretch and you lose, just take it like a man. Stop all of this excuse stuff. I'm not really with all of that PR stuff. That shit is corny. I don't come from a generation where I'm used to hearing shit like that. Listen, I wasn't even a Kobe fan. I ain't never hear Kobe come out and give an excuse for the reason why his team lost.
Mm-hmm.
You ever hear him do that, Uncle Vern? Be honest.
Well, to a certain extent, no, I ain't never seen Kobe come out and give a reason why. You know, if it came down to blaming it on somebody, he probably blamed it on everybody else but himself. You know,
yeah, Kobe, but he ain't never come out blaming nobody, and he ain't never come out making excuses either. I ain't never see Kobe do neither of those things. Now, the media might do that, but he ain't never do it.
You know, because I've seen Kobe, you know what I'm saying, take his team into practice, and you know what I'm saying, and whoop their ass. You understand?
Yeah, we've seen him do that for sure. We know Kobe had a fiery spirit.
So what I mean is, quick by that is, you know what I'm saying, he did it in the right way. You know what I'm saying? He
right.
Put their ass in practice. He ain't gonna sit up there and talk about him in the media or nothing like that. He get them on the court, make them look like they feel like they're supposed to look and feel. You understand me? Whether that's great or foolish.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying I'm not from the generation of seeing stuff like that. I ain't see Jordan do that. I ain't see Magic do that.
I seen Jordan do it too. Jordan did it too. You look at the what's in there. Go back and look at the documentary.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I never seen them go into the.
They couldn't stand him.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is I never saw them go to the media
No, we dealt with that in practice, just like
Right. In practice is another thing. Dudes go and they take their team in practice and say, hey, we got to get better. We got to do X, Y, Z. They hold people accountable. Kobe was like that. I'm with all of that. But
Right.
this running to the media with these PR campaigns, this stuff got to stop.
Right. And then if you look at it in the NBA, the only one that was going to the media like that was for Iverson. Iverson wasn't doing nothing in practice. He was the best on the team, so but nobody compared to him. So practice was nothing to him. If anything, he wanted the other people to practice.
Hey, the man 9000 says we've seen Kobe quit against the Suns. They ain't speak on that though. I seen him do that too. I agree. I definitely seen when Kobe did that. I ain't say that man was perfect now. That's the first time I never expected to see that either myself, because he was averaging 50 points against that team in the regular season. But and I think that was like a game 6 or something like that.
Yeah. When they had Nash.
Like 2006?
Yeah, that's way back. That's like
when they had Steve Nash. Phoenix had Steve Nash.
Steve Nash and Sean Marion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was that team.
Yeah.
I think they had a Stoudemire. I think he might have been injured or something though.
Oh, okay.
It was a long time ago, so my vision is blurry. But I definitely know Kobe was scorching that team all year. They got them in the postseason, and the Suns was up. The Suns was beating them, and then it was the one game. And Kobe was a chucker. Kobe was never. I'm not gonna lie or cap or anything like that. Like Kobe was never my favorite player. I like Kobe a lot more after he retired. I was able to put things in perspective. But the only issue I had with Kobe, because Kobe he used to take a lot of terrible shots, and he definitely never saw a shot that he didn't like. But Kobe was competitive, though. Kobe was fierce. He had heart. You know what I mean? I seen some of the most amazing shots hit by that man. So I mean, you had to respect him. I would never disrespect Kobe Bryant, because Kobe Bryant, the year that he did that dude's talking about, that year I defended Kobe. That year, I was like, you know something? Everybody says Kobe's a chucker and he don't pass the ball, but I was like, that team ain't that good. They need somebody to score, right, Uncle Vern?
Yeah, right? You're right.
I mean, somebody got to score some points. I was like,
when you got a weak team, even if you ain't hot, you still got to push it anyway.
I mean, and Kobe was going for his, so I was like, hey, you know something? I said, Kobe's a role player. I know people who say, you saw my role player. I'm like, his role is to score the buckets.
Right.
He plays defense, so you can't you can never be mad at a dude who plays defense, right, Uncle Vern?
Yeah, you're right.
Kobe always played defense, and Kobe wasn't he wasn't 100% himself. But Kobe wasn't running around in the media like, oh, I'm all banged up and stuff like that. Remember, Kobe had like a surgery or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the name? The Achilles or something. I don't know if that was Achilles that was messing with him did at that time, but I know it was always down his legs or something like that.
Plus, the Suns really had them figured out that year anyway. The Suns, Kobe, because they was okay with Kobe scoring 50 on them. Everybody else in their squad wasn't going to do a damn thing though.
Right. That's where that technology came in. You let the other person get off, let the superstar get off, and just stop everybody else.
Yeah, and Kobe ain't gonna pass the ball anyway, and Kobe gonna take some nut ass shots. So I mean,
right.
I mean, you could count that. Like we ain't even got a cap on that, right, Uncle Vern? I mean, you knew Kobe was gonna take the most craziest damn shot ever. The funny thing about Kobe, Uncle Vern, this is the funniest thing about Kobe. Kobe would take the craziest shot ever, and he would hit it all of the time. If you want Kobe to miss, man, leave him open. Leave him open to take a basic shot. He
behind the backboard, yeah.
Let him take a basic shot. You know what I mean? Where you don't got to do no dramatics, and no flair on it, wide open.
Yeah.
He hated those shots.
Okay, I understand. If I'm not mistaken, Michael Jordan did too. But Michael Jordan had hang time. He always stayed up in the air long enough to get focused.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I remember watching a bunch of Jordan games where the Bulls were behind, man. Jordan would just get in the zone. Like Kobe would get in the zone. But he didn't take the shots Kobe was taking are totally different. I remember seeing Kobe, Uncle Vern, take the ball. He was out like a 3-point line. This was against like Steve Nash or somebody like that. He did like a 360 spin from about 28 feet out. He does a 363. Those moves that you do in a post where you turn around, fade away. He did a 360 spin, a dribble spin, falling back on one leg, man, nothing but net. I was like, hot damn.
Okay.
That boy is shooting nutty shots and just killing. He was. I mean, I seen him take some really, really, really phenomenal shots, but some of them were with the shot clock down. Some of them were just he was feeling it.
Yeah.
Kobe was definitely different. I mean, I watched all of Jordan. I watched all of Kobe. Kobe was definitely a different animal. Kobe took more from my eyeballs. He took more bad shots than Jordan, but he hit shots that Jordan would do these layups that were just unfathomable. You'd be like, how the hell did he get the ball into the basket? Even for that, like that was his natural gift. You remember that, Uncle Vern, right?
Yeah, I remember. Hey, Chris, let me ask you a question before you go to post, because I want to ask you this because you did already name 3 players already that I would ask you how they match up together. You know, you had mentioned Kobe, right? You had mentioned Jordan. And now before that, you was talking about Jimmy Butler. Why you put Jimmy Butler and them in the same category with the other two, though?
Well, the thing I think that
his career right now, because you know he's still playing.
I mean, I don't think that Jimmy Butler isn't anywhere near close to those two yet. But the thing that he does have in common with them is he plays defense. He's a good offensive player too. He's actually more physical than both of them. If you ask me,
would you put him in the category with Scottie Pippen? If that was the case, because Scottie Pippen is the same category, but he played good defense too.
Nah, I think Jimmy Butler is better than Scottie. But
you do?
Yeah, but I don't think that he's as good a. It's weird. So let me.
So you say Jimmy Butler should have a gold jacket there, right?
Jimmy Butler Hall of Famer?
You think he should be? You think he get picked for first team Hall of Fame?
With no ring?
I don't know if he's gonna get. I don't know if he's gonna get picked first, but they've been really. I'll be honest with you. The NBA right now, they're fucking. Come on, man. They're fucking giving everybody going to the Hall of Fame.
I got you.
Everybody's going to the Hall of Fame first ballot now, right? Come on, Uncle Vern. You remember when dudes used to have to wait years to get into the Hall, man. Now they already got dudes in the Hall of Fame. They got Damian Lillard in the Hall of Fame already. I'm like, Damian Lillard? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, is he really a first ballot dude? I mean, I don't know. They say he is. I mean,
does the internet help players get in?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of PR shit going on nowadays. That's the thing I don't like, because when we talk about Kobe and Mike,
back in the 90s,
Kobe and Mike, you didn't need PR. Those dudes did it. Like, you already knew what it was. Some of these other dudes, like, they're dudes who made who we're gonna put into the Hall. Who, you know, like, I think that's a good question, Uncle Vern, about the Jimmy Butler, because we know that. See, the thing about Jimmy Butler, I think that Jimmy Butler is more offensively consistent than Scottie Pippen ever was.
Okay.
Scottie Pippen was a good player, but Scottie's, like, I think in his best season he averaged like maybe about 22 points a game. And the Bulls were my favorite team because I was a big Jordan dude, so I used to watch them as much as I could. Scottie Pippen was good, but you know, I remember I was in New York, so I watched the Knicks play against the Bulls so many series. I think that Horace Grant is an incredibly underrated basketball player. I've seen so many people go to the Hall. I don't think that he's in there. And he was averaging about 15 points a game. And he always got you around 10 rebounds.
Ooh, I never thought about that. I don't know if he is or not, neither.
Yeah, I mean, but they put Kukoc in there.
I would think Horace Grant is. I don't know. I know Harvey Grant ain't, but I would think Horace.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, because a lot of people they get it twisted. Like they think that, oh, well, the only reason Jordan got rings is because he played. Jordan retired. He never played with Rodman and Ron Harper and all of them. The Bulls had to look at their own interests, so they went and built a better team around them, sure. But Jordan was an attraction why people wanted to go there. Plus, you already knew what it was. That team just got better. They got better of their own accord, but they built it from the ground up. Like, you know what I mean? Scottie Pippen didn't come on that team all-star. He came on that team averaging a triple single in his first season.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he got better, and Jordan helped him get better, and he definitely helped Jordan because Scottie Pippen had a game. I like the fact that you bring him up because Scottie Pippen had a game that kind of resembled Jordan a lot. You know what I mean, Uncle Vern?
Yeah, I think so too.
But because when you was playing next to him, because Jordan could remember Jordan was a point guard at one point on that team. Right. He was the rookie of the year. Jordan had no problem with scoring, and he was a beast. But you need to have a team.
Played above the rim.
Yeah, but you need a team to win. But Scottie Pippen was a little bit taller than Jordan.
Right.
Had a little bit wider wingspan. But
Right.
Scottie Pippen was instilling no fear, and Jordan was instilling fear in people because they had to double and triple team him. Nobody had to do all of that with Scottie Pippen.
Dog.
Scottie Pippen was a good player. He had a real smooth game like Jordan, but he wasn't scary. He wasn't what I would say.
I would say that up until the Ewing facial.
I mean, the UN facial, but the Knicks and the Bulls were rivals, though.
He's right. They matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you something. Thank you, young man. Look, I'm gonna tell you something, Quiz. He's right. You know who made Scottie Pippen? Not Michael Jordan. You know who made Scottie Pippen? The whole
Patrick
Eastern
Ewing.
Conference. The whole Eastern Conference. The Knicks, the Bulls. The Knicks, Indiana, Detroit, and everybody else they had to play out there. The Boston and all the rest of them, because Scottie had to step up and be a man. He was a little boy coming up in there, a little young and fresh. But he had to step up and be a man real fast. And
you right. I'm not even disputing that because he needed to do that.
Jordan didn't make him do that. Get out there and lift the weights. He figured it out. He said, "Look here, I got to put these weights. I got to put some weight on because these people pushing me around. They'll push it around."
Well,
like
look.
Next time he come back, he look like he come back. The next 2 years, the next year, the next 2 years after that, the second season, the third season, he come back looking like he on steroids.
Yeah.
But listen, check it out. I want to go into that because that's a good conversation, right? Because think about it. The Knicks and the Bulls were rivals. They knew they were on a collision course. So you couldn't get out the East unless you went through those teams. So that's the thing I have issues with a lot of people who talk about the Bulls ain't play nobody. They had it wasn't easy getting out the East. They had to play against either the Bulls or they was going to end up playing against the Pacers. And remember, the Pacers had the Davis boys, right? Scottie Pippen had to see them dudes. These dudes was bigger than him and more physical than him. And the Knicks always had dudes like that, whether it was Oakley, whether it was Anthony Mason, whether it was Xavier McDaniel. Remember, they also had the Charles Smith dude that one year too. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like all of those dudes were bigger than Scottie Pippen and more physical than Scottie Pippen.
Are we talking about a basketball team or some NFL defensive?
Man, shit. All of them people I just mentioned, including those boys on the damn Pacers, we might as well be talking football. Them motherfuckers was big, and they were physical. You ever see? You talk about Scottie Pippen go to the gym. Did you see the damn guns on Anthony Mason?
Hell yeah.
Shit.
Hey, Flight. Hey, salute the panel, man. Y'all rocking as usual. Thanks for having me on, fam. Jimmy Butler all day, so still, I don't care.
All right. I actually got the Heat tomorrow in Game 7 for the upset.
Hey, but let me ask y'all, man. Just like these last couple of games, it doesn't seem like a little weird, little tinfoil hatish.
That's what's giving me more confidence that they'll go in and just settle it.
No, I'm saying, but the series that it came down to, like it was literally they were getting beat up. They were getting mopped the floor with. I mean, the mothers had to come in and literally take over the mop and finish cleaning the floors. That's how bad it was going, right? And then all of a sudden you miraculously just turn it around and like Jimmy Butler doesn't know how to play basketball no more. Right. None of the shooting know how to shoot no more. Like that just doesn't seem kind of odd out of nowhere. Like
I actually thought I saw Butler and a couple other players throw some plays. Like they were
Jimmy Butler smiling on it. He's smiling while he's sitting down. I don't see that from that's a weird demeanor now. It seems like after LeBron got escorted, exit stage left. The narrative started to switch up a little bit.
Hey, did somebody get hurt from Miami? Is dude back yet? Did he come back?
Tyler Hero?
No, not Hero. Not Hero. The other one. It's another somebody else.
Oh, you talking about I think the Martin kid. He's back.
He back. Okay. It was a little baby something. It was a little baby something. You know how it go.
I mean,
I would. They started losing with dude went down. That was the understanding that I got. I wasn't really watching that series too much, so I couldn't really.
I mean, no, I can't even say you're wrong because Martin has been contributing, but it's not that. But Martin's been doing his thing though. I give him all the props. Like I can't take none of it.
Martin's been playing good, but I mean, let me ask you a question. When did you start following the Heat?
Man, 19. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
So listen, you were watching.
I'm gonna just leave it at that. 19.
All right. So my question is, you've been watching the Heat play all year, right?
Yeah.
All right. I have Jimmy But I won a fantasy championship with Jimmy Butler this year.
See, and this is the talk that I'm not liking now is because now that Jimmy let 3 of these games go, right? Now it's like, oh my God, look, he's just so terrible. He's so horrible. Wait, aren't these the same people that was just talking about he was so good and he's doing so great? And he's
right.
I hate this, bro. I literally hate the narrative when people do that, bro.
He's had some great postseason games, but the reason I was asking that question, how long you've been following them for, because if you watch them play the regular season, then you know good and well that Jimmy ain't dropping 55 every night.
No.
He has he.
But you know damn well he ain't about to let you get 11. He will fight for more than that 11. I know that much.
I thought his last game was I think that the last game that they played, and Jimmy Butler said so himself. He didn't play that good, and nor did Bam. But I'm not surprised when I see Jimmy Butler or Bam play that way because they've been playing that way through the regular season.
Yeah, but this is situational basketball, bro. Bam Adebayo knows you got to grab that rebound.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care if Strus let the player go. He got in front of Strus because Strus wasn't. Strus didn't turn around to locate him and to put a butt on him. But still, bro, this is your domain. This is where you live. You live around the basket, right?
You got to remember, basketball wise, that Adebayo did his job because was on Adebayo. He had that Robert Williams dude, and Robert Williams is a dude. Yeah, I thought that they were probably going to run a play because they run a lot of above the rim plays for him. So Strus did have to box out. Jimmy had to box out. I mean,
Strus missed his box out. Strus missed his box out. That's how they got the
because in basketball, we all know from playing basketball as even as low as the high school level. You know what I mean? The inbound passer is a dangerous person. You gotta box him out. Like that's.
And why do you have your back turned to him?
Well, he got beat. You know what I mean?
No. I'm talking about on the inbound. Why are you the guy with your back turned to the inbound? No, you don't never turn your back to the ball.
Shot off. That shot should have never got off.
Exactly. Yeah. It got off, right? So it got off, right? But my disappointing factor is when the shot got off, right, and it was off. Why? You're the only one down there, bro. Literally, there was nobody down there with you. Why didn't you just grab the rebound? Why are you looking to go back somebody out?
Well, they gotta answer those questions. But we watched that game. The Heat was struggling boxing out that whole game.
No. I know. I feel that, right? But this is the last second of the game, right? I played ball, football, basketball, all of it, bro. Situational time, bro. When the last 2 seconds of the game, you everything has to be strapped up. You have to be all locked in and ready to go because you never know what's going to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why, if this is your domain down here, you see the balls going off the rim, like why aren't you down there ready to snatch that ball up? Now, if the ball just took a freaky bounce and like bounced way over your head or something and went all the way to the 3-point line, like a Robert Horry kind of move with Sacramento Kings, you can't do nothing about that, right? But literally, I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Reason why they didn't have I thought that Kyle Lowry should have been on the court during that situation. He's one of your best defenders. I think they made a mistake. He got beat, and there was also some questions about there were other questions, but the Celtics won. They did what they needed. I mean, they got lucky.
They didn't win that. They didn't win that.
Celtics got lucky, bro. Let's not even act like that. Come on,
bro. It literally looked like that he could do anything they could do to try to lose this game, bro.
Listen, Marcus Smart. The one thing I could count on Marcus Smart is he's always going to do something dumb. I'm not going to say he was dumb for taking a shot, but why did y'all run a play for Smart when you got Tatum and Brown? I mean, I don't even understand that even now. I knew that shot wasn't going in when he shot it. Everybody knew that wasn't going in when he shot it.
Okay, so wait. So you just validate my point. Mm-hmm. If you thought that and I thought that, right? No. I'm saying if you thought that and I thought that, right? Then as Adebayo, why aren't you sitting right there ready to snatch that board, bro?
Because you have to remember that Adebayo had he had Robert Williams. Robert Williams, you have to box him out. That's the dude. That's the most likely dude to put the ball back in the rim.
He was already boxed out. Everybody's boxed out, bro. If you look at the play, he's basically the only one under the rim.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Adebayo under there. I didn't analyze who he was on. I'm assuming that he was on Robert Williams. You definitely got to box him out. So you can't leave you definitely. He's the only dude on their team who has a possible chance of even slowing that guy
No,
down.
but I want you to watch. I just want you to watch that end of that play, man. There's 1 second left. I just want you to watch that one. Whenever you want to, if you even don't want to. But it's trippy, bro. Like I wouldn't have left the rim area to go then find a guy to go grab him to put my butt against him with 1 second, like literally a half a second left on the clock.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, when all of the things that happened, I just got to give credit to Derek White for making up.
Derek White been saving them the whole series.
I mean, he beat him, and Derek White's been playing gutsy. He's one of the gutsiest players on that team from what I've seen.
He's been killing us the whole series. He's been doing his job the whole series. I can't say nothing bad about that, Ben.
I mean, I think it was just more of a Derek White making a great play in a critical situation. I mean, the game was almost over. Plus, if that rebound, that was a most 3-pointers, you usually have a long rebound.
Nah, not really. You're literally way under. You're literally like right there by the where it starts dotting at right there before you get to the free throw line. You're about right there and to the sides. It's not if it takes that weird bounce like I said, that Robert Horry bounce, then there's nothing you can do about that. But literally, we do rebound drills every day, so you know how the ball is going to most likely hit off.
That was a weird bounce.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it is. I mean,
it wasn't weird. It wasn't weird enough for him not to get that tip in.
It was almost down, wasn't it?
Yeah, he got the chippy because he made the right play and the ball had the trajectory to hit at the right place. But typically, that's not like it's uncommon. You go look, long shots produce long rebounds. That was a short rebound on a long shot because he shot it, I guess, like kind of on the side of the rim or whatever. Derek White just happened to be at the right place at the right time.
But as a rebounder, you're not anticipating a long miss off the shot because especially when you're shooting threes as a professional.
I mean, as a rebounder, you're going to get as close to the rim as possible.
Yes, because and plus you're already almost 7 foot, so your wingspan is going to be able to at least grab or at least try to tip that ball somehow, some way off of your fingertips, so somebody else can get a chance, right? But literally, bro.
Big men, you're always going to be closer to the rim because you got to protect against what exactly happened.
Exactly. So there should be no reason whatsoever that their hairline got that. Like, no, bro. No, I'm sorry, man. There's some things that are just unexcusable, and that's one of those things to me. It's like football, right? My man didn't do his job as the safety, but I'm not gonna sit here as the linebacker now and try to be the safety and the linebacker too. You do your job. It's like the coach always says. And Bam wow. Oh my God, game was over.
Bam, but I mean, you're a Heat fan, so I mean, you got to put blame somewhere. So
No, blame somewhere. No. I'm just literally going look, bro. I think if that was you wouldn't have dove to go find somebody and put a butt on them. I think you would have went head first into the, to go grab the ball.
Well, if you ask me, I'm more blame. I'll go back a couple of series earlier. Remember that play with Jimmy Butler where they threw the inbound pass and they had Giannis.
Are you talking about when Robinson pulled up for that three?
Yeah, they had the dude defending the inbound pass and he passes it to Jimmy Butler underneath the basket. Like that, to me was the Bucks should be mad about that than what happened with y'all. That was more egregious, and that was definitely something that the coach did terribly wrong. I don't even know the reason why you wouldn't have your best shot blocker up closer to the rim, because me and you just got agreeing that you're going to put your shot blockers near the rim.
So if you just seen them do that to you, then why wouldn't you make sure that you don't make the same mistake?
I think they made a mistake on a couple of areas. I don't think that for one, like I said, I think that Kyle Lowry should have been in the game. He's one of your best defenders, and he's been doing this for a long time. I don't think he would have just let that guy Derek White just go straight to the hole like Strus did. Two, I mean, they got the right dude to take the shot. I give him that much. I mean, they obviously defended from Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown getting the basketball. They probably would have missed the shot.
Well, look. It doesn't matter like who was in the game or who wasn't in the game. The outcome of what you wanted to happen happened. Absolutely. The shot didn't go off like how it should have. And it was, and you had a chance to basically just like that's what you do. You put your hand in the face so they take a bad shot so you can get the rebound. That was my whole thing. That's what he like. I literally thought he was gonna like die for the ball to get the rebound. Like he put a Cam Newton on me.
Right. Salute everyone, by the way. Yeah, happy Memorial Day. Since it's after midnight, happy Memorial Day, by the way. It's nice to meet everyone. Yeah, Miami should have boxed out. The Heat should have boxed out. Nice heads up play by Derek White, staying with the play Johnny on the spot. But another thing I want to add in there: why didn't Spo use Kevin Love? Why didn't he use Kevin Love?
He was hurt.
Okay, but why not at least a big one like Zeller or Highsmith? You know what I mean?
I was literally screaming for Zeller in the game.
I agree with y'all because they would have definitely it would have made more sense.
Well, Zeller's been there. He's been doing all this dirty work for you.
Well, I mean, in that situation,
so now you don't want him. Now you don't want him to take out the garbage no more.
To me, at the end of the day, in that situation, it was only a handful of ways that things were going in. I need as much shot blocking as I possibly can. So I probably would have had Zeller out there for sure.
Agreed.
I would have had Bam, and I'd have whoever else is big out there to protect the rim. I would have put my best perimeter defenders. Jimmy
I wonder
Butler.
if Strus should not be in the game in that moment. You shouldn't. Strus is a good player. He didn't need to be in the game in the moment, though.
Well, I think the Heat's best defenders, if you ask me, are probably Jimmy Butler, Kyle
Lowry,
Caleb,
Caleb
Kyle Lowry.
Vince is one of the best perimeter defenders we got.
I would have had those three. I would have had those three, and I would have had two bigs. But
if you watch that game, Kyle Lowry was messing up. That's why. But
Kyle Lowry's. I'm not saying it was. It was 3 seconds left on the clock. It was 3 seconds left on the clock coming off of an inbound. It was no.
Bro, if you look like, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm taking a timeout. I'm taking you out the game, then, bro. If you look like you don't even know what you like, you don't even know why you're there.
What I'm saying is,
it looked like he was drunk out there, bro. He literally looked drunk.
Yeah, we could talk about.
He looked drunk, bro. He didn't know where he was at, what he was doing, bro. I was like, oh no, something ain't right. Something ain't right.
Yeah, no. I don't know what Strus was thinking, but you play situational basketball. Kyle Lowry's one of your best defenders. I'm having him on the court. I don't care.
But like my coach told me, you don't play safety, son. So don't try to do what the safety do. Make sure you stick to your job. Do what you need to do because just in case.
I guarantee you that Kyle Lowry would have boxed that dude Derek White out. You wouldn't have had that issue at all. Kyle Lowry been playing this
even again, even if he did box him out. What if you didn't go grab that rebound like you were supposed to and you let it come off lazy? And then it hit a bad, and you know what I mean? It hit a bad bounce from you. Go grab the rebound, fam. Don't limit your chance.
That crashed the glass. I mean, if you just crash the glass a little bit, though,
if
you just crash the glass, you win. And not just that, Duncan Robinson has been huge for you guys all year, but missing 2 butt naked open threes that probably would have made a difference.
I wanted to smack him.
I wanted to shoot the ball on that one play. He was like,
I wanted to smack him, bro. No, you should have came down and set the ball up, bro. You come down, you set the ball up, give it to Jimmy Butler. You know he's taking over the game right now.
Okay, down by one-on-one, bro. He didn't need to shoot that. He didn't need to shoot
at all, bro. At all.
I
Butler
agree
was
with
in
you,
the corner
if you're gonna miss it
by himself.
Bro.
But you're down.
All you got to do is
I remember that play. Butler was in the corner by himself, and dude took it. Yeah.
But you're riding Butler right now, right? He's literally taking you to the promised land right now. He's scoring all the buckets towards the end now. You know what I'm saying? He's not making stupid decisions no more like he was earlier. You're riding him. You're riding him until the wheels fall off like you have been the whole season. Why would you take that 3-pointer, bro?
It's stupid.
Who told you? Who told you that was okay? Like, boy.
And if someone told you to shoot it, and if somebody told him to shoot a 3, you didn't need to. And one thing too, if someone told him to shoot a 3, you didn't need to listen. You could just ignored him.
I think he heard his mama's voice in his head or something. Shoot the 3, baby. Shoot the ball, baby. Shoot the ball.
Parents are great. I love your parents. I love your parents. But sometimes parents are awesome. They want the best for us. But sometimes, key words, sometimes you don't need to listen to everything they say. If that's the case, Robinson, not to be disrespectful to your mom, but you didn't.
No. It was just a joke. I would never disrespect a man's mom. I'm disrespecting him, not listening to his own self, saying, you know what, maybe I should not take this shot right now.
And even though you hit some big shots from that logo 3,
bro, you're not Damian Lillard or Curry, right? So you hit a couple of them.
You're not even Dan Marley.
Bro, you haven't hit him consistently like that, bro, to even try to take that shot.
So listen, those shots were hindsight is 2020, right? But in this hindsight, you got to remember that Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo were shooting egregious. What were those guys, like 5 for freaking 30 something?
9.
Yeah, bro. Hey, but look. But still, look. Even if you was that bad, I don't even care if Jimmy was. I mean, I don't even care if Adebayo was that bad, right? You literally had a chance to seal the game, and you didn't seal the game by getting a rebound, bro. I didn't need you to score. I just need you to do your job. Get one rebound. One. You didn't score all night. At least you can do is get a rebound.
They also got a huge block by Al Horford. I mean, Bam was about to dunk the ball 2 hands, and I mean, that was incredible.
That was a game changer right there. That was a big.
Yeah.
I mean,
you talking about the foul? You talking about the foul?
No, that was a clean block.
No, it was. And one
foot out there. Remember when the Heat were up 83-82 when they were on a run? Why was Bam touching the rim when he was rejecting Jaylen Brown? That's stupid.
But I mean, announcer said he jumped too high.
Look.
Oh, now he jumped too high. Oh, but you don't want to jump. You don't want to jump too high for that rebound at the end, though.
To brace himself.
Man, you want to jump too high on that part, but you don't want to jump too high for that rebound, though.
You can't do that. He knows you can't do that. What are you talking about?
Grabbing the rim, like that was just stupid.
Who grabs the rim? Like he's a professional.
That was a 4-point swing. That was a technical.
Exactly. Stupid, if you don't grab the rim and the game goes the way it does, we're talking about the Heat playing the Nuggets right now.
But I don't think it should have been a technical though.
Nah, it's a technical. That's a technical. That's a technical.
No. It's a way to grab the rim where it just looks egregious, right? But another one can literally be accident because you don't want to come down too hard.
Oh,
grabbing the rim is a technical though.
He had already shot the ball.
Especially when you're trying, especially if you're on defense, you gotta wait for the ball to go. You gotta wait for the ball to go in first.
No. I know that. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it should have been goaltending or anything like. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about as far as the what you call it, the technical.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's an automatic technical.
That's all
the technical and the goaltend. That's 2 separate events.
But I'm saying, do you guys think it warranted a technical foul as well? I mean, a technical.
No, the thing, what you have to go to, you have to place accountability on Bam. Bam is a professional.
Yeah,
he knows this.
Yeah, he already.
No, I know, but you're still the referee in the end. You know that egregious or not.
But he's good. When you do that, that's a tech.
You can't do that. That's too.
It doesn't automatically have to be a tech though.
No, it's a tech.
On the way up. Yeah, he was going the way. Yeah, he was actually on the way up. And grab the rim. Like, what the fuck?
If he doesn't grab the rim, if he doesn't grab the rim, and the game goes the way it does, more than likely you either would have been in overtime, or more than likely you'll be in the NBA Finals right now.
Yeah, that was a 4-point swing.
Yeah, you don't.
No, I've seen like people grab the rim though. I've seen people grab the rim in the regular season, right? And it literally just it wasn't a technical.
No.
And I'm like, wait, why was this? Why did this look so egregious?
You don't really see people do that like that very often at all.
Yeah, those rim grabs were plays.
John Moran does it all the time too.
Or the player is going up for a shot and he's trying to prevent from falling on another player. But this one, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking about. He was on the way up and grabbed the
he mistimed it. No, he mistimed it. That's his fault. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to the grab, right?
Yeah.
Was the grab so egregious to where it needed a technical?
It was. He's a defensive player. It's not
no. I know. But did it look like he was going? Did it look like that was just his objective was to do that? It's almost like a flagrant foul, right? You know that he wasn't. You know he wasn't going for the ball, so that's going to be a flagrant on you, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what though? that's the reason why you don't do that. Like he just shouldn't have done it. You can't blame the refs.
Remember, they're up by 1, and bro, they're up by 1, and he was about to get the ball back though,
right,
for a bucket.
You can't.
No, I know, bro. I know all of that, bro. I know all of that, bro. I'm just talking about. Look, they could have been goaltending, whatever you want to call it, right? I just don't know why it had to be a technical foul because you literally just gave the shot the ball again.
Okay, so the reason why it had to be a technical is because he interfered with the basket.
That's a goaltending.
No,
that's really what a goaltender is.
No, the
goaltender is interfering with the ball.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No. It's not just the ball. It's anything that has to do with obstruction of the basket, like
the
that.
rim too. Yeah, it's true.
So him grabbing the rim with his hand, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I've literally seen people do this on accident all throughout the year.
But they're not defending a shot that is going up. They're saving themselves from a play. Either they are the offensive player. Like, how many times have you seen people grab the rim and they're the defensive player?
Listen,
that's who usually grab the rim, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
go back to your rim grabs that you're speaking about. Aren't most of those offensive players?
No.
Listen, you can't blame the officials you can't blame the officials for enforcing the rules. He knows.
No, but I can't blame you for enforcing the rules at your convenience when it's comfortable for you to do it.
I mean, hey, they do. I thought that it was a lot of
because going down the stretch. I mean, let's be honest. Going down the stretch, some of those phantom fouls they was calling looked a little bit wow, like nobody was even there. Like Casper.
The missed calls on both sides. The missed calls on both sides.
Overall.
The missed calls on both sides. But speaking of technical foul, Matt Strus missing a technical free throw played a factor. Yikes, that missed played a factor. Butler missing a free throw played a factor. Butler had a great fourth quarter. I'm saying that Strus missed the technical free throw.
No, but you guys but Boston went completely blank. It's like they kind of blonde moment or something. They literally went completely blank.
Jump shots and turnovers. The shot shoots stupid threes and turnovers, yeah.
The Heat had plenty of opportunities to win that game despite
all of that stuff.
They did get the lead.
I mean, you can go back and
you know what messed them up though but you know what messed them up was when the referees made that foul call when the momentum was going our way. We was literally driving the basket. We're going back and forth, and you call it phantom. Whoa!
Are you talking about the Jaylen Brown play when the Heat was down by 3?
Yeah, bro. They killed the whole momentum.
Yeah.
You took a whole flow, bro. All you did was stop our flow and let them regain consciousness and let them regain their brains back. That's all you did, bro. You helped them out.
But at the same time, remember when I said Strus missed a free throw and then Butler missed a free throw? That kind of played a factor too. And I think Bam missed one. That played a factor too.
Down the stretch, when Jimmy Butler needed to make all three, he made all three. We was up one. We was up one. The game is over, bro. All you got to do is grab the rebound.
Rebound in the finals, yeah. So what do you guys think is going to happen in Game 7? What's he feeling?
Jimmy Butler going to have 40?
Like he did in Game 6 last year, dropped 47?
I got the Celtics actually blowing this at home on national.
I think it'll be close. Something tells me it'll be close.
It's going to be a close game, but I'm not going to go against my Heat because I know how we can do it. I know how we do in Boston. We ball out in Boston, so it don't matter.
And Boston is inconsistent at home. I got the Celtics winning Game 7, but I would not be shocked if the Heat win. Consider this too: Boston is 12-12 at home in the playoffs since 2021 against the Nets. So
let me ask you something.
It sounds just like me. I feel the same way.
Now, are you watching the game as in you're watching Boston completely start dominating Miami, or is it that Boston is now just catching up to the mistakes that Miami's somehow making on a regular basis now out of nowhere? It's kind of weird, but.
I think the second one. They're not dominating Miami. Games 4 and 5 they did, but Game 6 it wasn't dominant.
Yeah, they didn't dominate Miami at all that last game. They should have lost that game.
No, because I'm hearing everybody with the narrative now that man, Boston got this, Boston, and I'm like, okay, well, what's giving you that inkling that they got it because of the last two games, or?
Don't pay those people too much mind.
No, I'm not paying them no mind because at the end of the day, I'm a Heat fan, so it doesn't really matter. They can't deter me. But I'm just asking as a fan on the outside, like what is making this narrative that now it's just all Boston? Like, why is nobody giving the Heat a chance?
Here's the reason why they feel that way because Boston's playing at home. They feel like Boston's playing at home, right? Boston just got finished winning 3 games in a row. It's tough to win 4 games in a row, especially against a quality basketball team. The Heat have themselves to look at for this situation, just like the Celtics have themselves to blame for this situation. Celtics should have never. As a number 2 seed, is a team that just came out the finals last year, and a team that on paper
you should not be getting done up like you was the first 2 games. You're right.
People say the Celtics. People saying the Celtics aren't as good of a defensive team as they were last year, and I'm like, they actually have more. They have better defensive personnel, and every defensive person they have from last year, they're just not playing better. That's it,
bro.
And they're playing hard.
I don't want to hear about no team dynamic or none of that, bro. They literally have the same squad. They've all been together for years now.
Exactly. They got the same squad. Plus, they got Malcolm Brogdon. Come on, let's stop playing games here. And Robert Williams.
To be fair, Brogdon didn't play.
I don't know what's going on with Brogdon though.
It don't make a difference. They got a healthy Robert Williams this year. They got Brogdon. They have more defensive personnel. The Celtics played like ass cheeks, and they lost their heart in Game 2. Your Heat took their heart, and they left their heart with them. In Game 2. I'm not even talking about Game 2.
No, he's right. He's right in Game 2. In Game 2, it looked like they quit.
Game 2, when Jimmy Butler took their heart, and they left it right there in Boston when they came for Game 3. They didn't even bring their heart with them to Game 3. So let's not even act like these dudes. I think
So that's why it's
swept them in 4.
So that's why to me, that's why this whole flip, right? This whole 180 is just a real, I feel like Shaggy, like.
The Celtics deserve to be swept. I'm gonna be real with you. The Celtics deserve to be swept.
Like,
and now
something going on here.
The Heat letting them off the hook, especially in that last
Let
game.
them off the hook, man. Look, the Heat didn't even put. Look, the Heat forgot to take the telephone. They forgot to put the telephone back on the hook, bro.
They even bring
it's literally do. We're sorry. Like I'm telling you, bro. Oh my god, I don't know what happened, bro. We checked out early. We left all of our clothes and everything in the room, bro. We checked out early.
Bro, Game 6 was a game of stupidity for both teams. Game 6 was kind of a game of stupidity for both teams. I mean, Boston, it was a game of stupidity for both teams. I mean, if you're the Heat, rebounding was a problem. If you're the Celtics, you survived really because of offensive rebounding, but they couldn't buy 3 in Game 6. Boston needs to shoot.
Well, we can't even say that because honestly, the rebounding ended up being almost equal in that game.
Right. But I'm saying the offensive rebounding at the end. That's what I'm saying, though.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, at the end. Miami, maybe why the Heat got the lead because they're starting to attack the basket, get to the foul line, and after they were down by 10. For the Celtics, though, what I will give Boston credit is that they did swing the ball better mid third quarter, early part of the fourth quarter. It's just that late in that game they started to be coughing off the rod.
They always do that though. But if you watch Boston, they always do. Oh my God, they always do that. Yeah, if you let them, and if you give them an inkling to try to get a win, they're gonna sneak it through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the way that we're losing is just it's mind-boggling to me, bro. It's literally like.
And here's what's crazy. Here's what's crazy, right? Tatum and Brown combined to go 0 from 12 from long range. The Celtics went 7-35 from 3 and won the game. Think about that.
Exactly.
The Celtics fall in love with 3-point shooting too much, and it's going to bite them in the ass.
Nobody's busting your ass. Nobody's doing nothing that looks like, oh my God, nothing's like that, bro. It's like nothing's like that, bro. And it's literally they just literally turn to a little faucet, turn to a little bit more.
You think they?
And now it's a full on drip.
From going from downtown tomorrow, Game 7, national holiday, national TV.
I think Boston should start from 3.
From taking long ass fucking bombs like early.
But early if the Celtics want to get
wait. What'd you say? What'd you say? I didn't get the last part of that.
As opposed to your inside game, your mid range, which you have.
Yeah, because
right, because the Celtics are going to settle for either a quick or some like.
They're gonna be too happy at home. I think they're gonna be too happy at home.
Why are you swinging the ball when you got the advantage in the paint?
Right.
I'm gonna be objective because neither one of these are my teams,
and that's gonna kill them.
Me neither.
The Celtics got no reason that they should lose at home. Bam Adebayo and Jimmy, make sure y'all bring y'all game with y'all because y'all need to play. Y'all can't.
No Joel Embiid moments.
Y'all can't. I think that they will rebound. I think that last game was atrocious by the two of them. Jimmy waited too little, too late, and I hope that they learn from that. I don't think that I think that they're gonna have a real game on their hands because I think the Celtics are gonna shoot a lot better at home. And I hope that those outlier dudes on the Heat, I hope them bring their game. I'm rooting for the Heat. I could definitely see the Celtics losing. But I don't want no outliers. I don't want no outliers, bro. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to see. It's hard for me if the Celtics lose at home, man, and they're probably the biggest disappointment.
But wait. Let me ask you though. Why is that a disappointment though? Because literally, there's a team. Wait, hold on. Because you're playing a team that actually knows how to play you and has your number a little bit, kind of. So, like, why would that be such of a big loss at home?
Well, because the Heat are a playing team. Actually, not only just
no Hero Oladipo.
They're an AC team that.
I mean, without Hero, they actually they're actually moving the ball around a lot better. And I mean, if you look at the first 3 games, bro, the ball looked like it was on a pogo stick, just flowing back and forth to the players.
It is. Like, all of that being said, and I don't want to hurt your feelings or whatever, but the Celtics are a better team than the Heat. and they got down 0-3 in the series. Period. They're the number 2 seed, and they just came out of the finals. This is definitely a disappointment for them if they lose. It's actually a big disappointment if you ask me. The Celtics are. I mean, one, after this season, I think that their team is broken up anyway. I think that Jaylen Brown is up out of there. I think the season is over. I think this is their last chance. What's that?
So even if they win the title, you think those?
No, we're not talking about if they win a title. I said we're talking about if they lose. That's what I was entertaining. If they lose,
no. But I mean, even if they win, I think it's basically like the last hoorah. I think it's like the last dance almost. Like I don't think.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't because it's not like they're gonna go back to back. No, they're not gonna.
I think that it's the last hurrah anyway. I think that Jaylen Brown is out of there. They don't got a coach. They got rid of their coach. Their coach said that he lost the locker room, right? Right? Remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think the only thing that could save the Celtics is them figuring out, them sitting down. Is Brad Stevens coming down out of the damn GM position to actually coach again like he was doing before? And if the team even wants them to do that.
I wouldn't even put Brad Stevens in that predicament, bro. Leave that man alone.
Brad is okay.
He ain't gonna do no better.
Because even then, Boss was still inconsistent close games with Brad Stevens.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do no better, bro. He literally had the same team that everybody else had and did no better.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing about it is, at the end of the day, I see them having a bunch of issues. It's harder to keep a team together than it is to put a team together.
I agree with that. Why was it Miami loses Game 7? You think it's a disappointment they lose Game 7?
No, not at all. But I think that Miami needs to take advantage of it. Miami being up 3-0. It's so funny because it's so weird. Because neither of these teams should have any excuses on why they lose the series. Can we both agree on that? Neither of them.
I agree with that. And if you're both teams, you have a golden chance to win the championship. I know how good Denver is, but Denver's not invincible.
The Heat just lost 3 games in a row to them, and they should have won that last game. So
I know.
To me, Jimmy Butler, man, like, and look, it's just like when I talk about that KD when you was up 3-1 against the Warriors, and then you decide, and then you lose. Like, dude, if you would have just played better. Stop blaming Russ. If you would have just played better, and that's Jimmy in that last game. If you would have just played better, would have won.
Right. And Miami needs to stop talking. Spo, Butler, they need to just shut up and play. Don't be in Memphis. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying don't be in Memphis 2.0. Because you know when Memphis, they moved with their guns, they got shellacked by the Lakers. First round video Heat, just let the game do the talking. Just zip your mouth and play.
I don't know. For me, I think that maybe they might need to talk more because Jimmy Butler in that game too. You know,
I don't get why you should talk less. What's wrong with trash talk?
Yeah, Jimmy needs to do whatever motivates him is what he needs to do. I don't care what it is. If you need to slap somebody, if you need to cuss out your coach and challenge him to a fist fight, whatever you
wins is sparring your opponent though. Guaranteed wins is sparring your opponent though. That's what I'm saying though.
I mean, who knows? But who knows? It might do you some good and help you and motivate you more, or it might motivate the other team, or it might make the other team get a little bit dysfunctional in the head, like they got it. Who knows what the strategy could do? But it's not helping you so far.
All I know is whatever strategy works best for Jimmy to bring his game, because he can't have another game like he had last game. And bam, you got to come with it too. That's it. The rest of them dudes on the Heat, listen, I feel your energy when you want to talk about, Duncan Robinson or Matt Strus or Gabe Vincent or any of them other dudes, man. Look, them dudes are inconsistent. All right, they've been that way. It's nothing new. The dudes that are consistent is Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, and that was an outlier game for them. I mean, what'd you say? It was 9 for 35. That's nuts.
37, 9 for 37. Because Bam,
that's disgusting.
Man, that never sound like somebody throwing up.
That's
inexcusable. That was the lowest percentage since 2008.
Yeah, that's
inexcusable. It sound like one of y'all throwing up on the phone, bro. Don't ever say that number again.
It is disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't ever projectile your numbers all over this.
No, I actually remember that game.
I don't even want to bring those numbers up.
Oh man, that sounded nasty right there.
Y'all gotta have some pride with yourselves. Come on, Jimmy. Come on. I just got finished. They got you out there, Jordan's son. You know what I mean?
But come on, let's face it, man. No team except for that 51 team The 94 Jazz, 2003 Mavericks.
Oh yeah. Don't go down the
all
history for
types
the
of
wrong
pressure
reason.
on them.
Excuse me.
They have all types of pressure on them. Their margin of error is like zero. They can't. I mean, that shit they did Friday night, they can't do that.
Okay.
No. I mean, we all know that, bro. Like we all know that. But I mean, literally, hey, it's however it's however the ball rolls.
You went into Boston and won before.
No, I know, but I'm just saying sometimes it just depends on how the ball rolls.
Yeah, and the officials too. My thing is that I think both of these teams have pressure on them.
Yeah.
There was no reason the Celtics should have lost the first three. There's no reason why the Heat lost 3 in a row. And Game 7 is, I hope it comes down to being a war. But I need to see that Jimmy Butler. I need to see that Game 2 Jimmy Butler.
Agreed. Even Game 6 last year, remember when we had 47 in Beantown last year? They ain't that type of Butler. And keep this in mind, today's May 29th now. Did you know last year the Celtics won Game 7 in Miami? If you're the Heat, it'll be unproposed for you to get revenge in Boston. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, we're going to see what happens, y'all. Well, fellas, I'm going to dip out, man. Great combo as always.
All right, man.
Good luck to your Heat tomorrow, bro.
Oh, man, I appreciate you, man. We're going to do it.
It's going to be close. Don't be surprised for an overtime. Might go to overtime. Don't be surprised.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be.
I want to ask you, who do you think has a better shot to beat the Nuggets, your Heat or the Celtics?
We had this topic the other night.
Ooh. I don't know.
Because it looks like the Nuggets are setting themselves up for a fucking parade, regardless of who.
I mean, sounds good, but I mean, literally, you take too much time off, bro. You almost forgot how to play basketball.
You might get rusty.
Bro, have you ever like played ball for like to a tournament and the tournament stopped and you had like a whole week off? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
And why was it Boston wins the guy fly to Boston? The Nuggets don't win in Boston. Why was they had to fly to Boston, The Nuggets don't win in Boston historically.
I've seen the 90s Bulls drop 2 straight playoff games. Not finals, but like quarterfinals. Coming off a break.
But that's the 90s Bulls we're talking about here. You're talking about a team that has experience, though. The Nuggets, only 2 guys have experience, KCP and Jeff Green. No one else has been to the NBA Finals.
I'll give you that. I'll give you the experience edge.
And had also had a better coach, too.
But right now, in June of 2023, who is playing at the level of like what you're talking about?
Right now, nobody.
Are the Heat playing at that level?
Wait, at the what level?
The level to get to 4 wins before the other team.
I mean, they were, and then all of a sudden a rainstorm came over and
you said all of a sudden
a cloud had just appeared over a gust of wind. It was a hurricane. You know what? It was a hurricane. It was Betty. Hurricane Betty came.
Yeah.
Man.
Right.
I've never seen it this bad though. Like somebody, like it just literally looks like, hey, why don't you guys just come back for a minute, right? We're gonna play the antics up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you come back, but make sure you make it look convincing though. Make it look like you're like really getting us.
A couple of those plays. I mean, that one play, Butler was wide open, man. He was at the dotted line. I'm like, dude. I mean, you didn't even have to dunk the ball, but geez, you look for a pass. I mean, a hard pass at that. I mean, the pass that you're looking for, he's not even fucking wide the fuck open. You forced it.
Right. I want to ask you one question, guys. If the Heat, hypothetically speaking, if they win Game 7 and say beat the Nuggets and win the championship, do you think this run will be better than the 95 Rockets run?
Play-in team. Play-in.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, you would have.
I thought he was answering. And then he cut out. I thought he was answering.
Yeah, I had to give this the better overall run.
All right, what do you think, sir?
Oh, the Heat. That's what you said, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying that if Miami would have won the championship, let's say win Game 7 in Beantown and beat Denver, you think this?
It's going to look like one of the best. It's going to look like one of the best championships ever played. Because they literally came down from the AC. Like it's almost going to look like the Knicks. The Knicks did it, but they didn't win it.
We lost to Spurs. We lost to Spurs.
Oh no, I know. Bro, I still see that I still see the dumbass layup in my head all the time.
Oh yeah, when the ball bounced in, yeah. So,
Patrick Ewing. Yeah. Instead of just dunking the ball, he finger rolled it. Who finger rolled the ball? Your whole arm is in the basket. Why you finger roll it?
He should have just posterized the rim. That would have tied the game, and who knows? But what I was asking is that if Miami would have won the title, you think it would be better than the '95 Houston team? I'm talking about Houston rim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember that '95 team is
defending champions.
Yeah, that's Jordan stepping off.
But the Rockets did beat the Jazz with Stockton, Malone, and Hornets second, Byron Russell. They did beat the Suns being down 3-1, ironically, with Charles Barkley, Dan Martin, and Kevin Johnson. Did they beat the Spurs, who had the best record in the NBA that year with David Robinson and Dennis Rodman? In fact, winning all 3 times in San Antonio, and then they swept Orlando with Shaq and Penny and Dennis Scott and Nick Anderson. Yeah. I mean, I know Jordan was out, but Jordan did come back that year in the end to lose to the Magic anyway, the Bulls.
Yeah, I was like, man, Shaq and Penny, man. I'm like, man,
they got the brooms. It was a rocket launch. They got the brooms. Well, if Miami would have won the championship, the Heat would have look at their journey. Playing team, they swept the Bucks and gentlemen swept the Bucks, beat the Knicks in 6. Won in Boston on Memorial Day in the Game 7 after a heartbreaking Game 6 loss, and ate up the Denver Nuggets or McNuggets, as some people say. Wow.
The Heat can beat the Nuggets in 7-game series, bro.
Of course he could. Yeah, any team can win a series. Of course, they have a good shot. Of course. I always say that until you lose 4 times out of 7, you have a chance to beat any team. Yeah. Because injuries can happen, teams get hot, offensive rebounds. Suspensions. Not to make excuses for any team, I'm just saying those things can play a factor.
Yeah.
Didn't the Celtics go 3 straight Game 7s?
Boston's won their last 4 Game 7s. Miami is 6-5 in Game 7s, and they lost the last 2. In fact, the Heat are 0-2 in road Game 7s.
Yeah.
That might change on Memorial Day. That might change. I got the Celtics, but I would not be surprised if he get it done. Another guy that's been big time has been Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin's been big. I know he's made some mistakes here and there, but Caleb Martin's been big for the Heat.
That's your X factor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if opposing coaches are going to actually account for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I do give you all the numbers and the stats do favor the Celtics. But yeah, I'm just going with my gut on this one. Yeah,
look, the stats can favor whatever the stats favor. You know what I'm saying? But literally, they got to play the game. So I can't even really say nothing, bro. All I can say, best man win. Like, oh my God, I'm so nervous.
If Miami loses this game, they go home. You think that he break up?
What do they have to break up? They have nothing but all we have is a bunch of role players.
Like Robinson might be gone, Hero might be gone, Bam, you never know, could be traded. I mean, Love may be gone, Struz could be gone, Vincent could be gone, Lowry could be gone.
Lowry.
I need him to be gone with that ugly contract he got. All that money he get paid for nothing.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a big surprise. Butler, I think, will probably be the biggest surprise.
Mm-hmm.
If he's not there next year.
You said what?
If Butler is not there next season, that would be the only big surprise. I think.
That would be dumb.
That'd be stupid though.
He's your Dwayne Wade right now. Like, what do you? That would be dumb.
He's the best player since LeBron James at this point for the Heat.
Whoa! LeBron was not our best player, bro. Dwayne Wade was our best player.
Okay, fine. How about this? Jimmy Butler's the top 5. Jimmy Butler's the top.
Dwayne Wade, LeBron James. Yeah, that's a debate right there, boy.
I be trying to, bro. I can have that debate all day with people, bro, and they would just try to give me all these numbers about, I'm like, bro, bro. When they used to play 1-on-1, go back to the 1-on-1 and go back to the 1-on-1 tapes, bro, and then watch it. You'll see a whole different ball game.
Yeah, I'll even go back to Wade's old Marquette days.
Oh my God, he was a killer.
Yeah,
he was.
But you know what I used to like, bro? See, I liked the NBA, bro, when it was LeBron going against Dwayne Wade going against Carmelo going against Kobe going against LeBron, Kobe going against Dwayne Wade. You know what I mean? Like, man, the games you used to get and the numbers they used to put up and the things they used to do during those games were just immaculate. Because they wanted to bust each other's butts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. You wanted to show out.
That all of them had to create a game. All can use the mid range. Really more Wade and Melo. LeBron Wade can fly to the rim. Prime Melo can fly to the rim too. Prime Melo.
They don't know about Prime Melo, bro. They don't know about Prime Melo, bro. They don't know.
They don't know. They just think Melo's just a jump shot. He was more than that. He Denver Melo and even New York Melo at times can posterize it when he wants to. And he had a good back to the basket game. And he could poster up. He wasn't just a jump shooter though. And I think Jimmy Butler's a top 5 Heat player of all time. I'd say Heat player of all time. Jimmy Butler. Top 5 Miami Heat player of all time for them. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't have a problem with that. From what he's done, I don't have a problem with that. You're literally doing it with a cast of players.
So
average talent.
So Dwayne Wade is Mr. Heat?
Come on, man. It's called Wade County, bro.
Exactly. Wade's the best Heat player ever.
It's called Wade County, fam.
Flash is the best Heat player ever.
It ain't called Alonzo's Morning. It's not called Tim's Hardaway. No.
First though, he had a big advantage. New expansion team, you're a big man, you should be dominating.
Who?
Alonzo Mourning. I'm talking about at the time.
At the time. I mean, but you got to think about it. Alonzo wasn't young Alonzo then. He's coming. Alonzo played for a long time before then. So
with Charlotte. Yeah. But I want to ask you, if the Heat were to win the title, do you think which one would you feel would be better, Wade's 06 title or Butler's 2023 title? If the Heat win.
You said, wait, say it again?
If Miami does the unimaginable and becomes the last team standing, hosting Larry O'B Trophy, which would be more impressive, Wade's 06 ring or Butler's 2023 ring?
Wait, who's 06 ring?
D Wade's 06 ring.
Yeah, because you said Butler's 06 ring, and I was like, wait, what?
No, Butler's 2023 ring. Butler's
I hear you. I got it. Dwayne Wade killed the league, bro. He literally killed everybody in 2006. Now the referees did get a little happy with the whistle. I'm not gonna lie. No, that's my team, and I'm not afraid to admit it. They got a little happy with the whistle in the finals, But Dwayne Wade was killing him, bro. He couldn't stop him.
Wade, he had an awesome post game. He could slice to the hoop like a snake. Beautiful mid-range pull-up. Even when he wanted to, he hit the dagger through when he wanted to, yeah.
You couldn't do nothing with him, bro. I don't care how much harder you were than him or any. The fadeaways used to be so stupid, and then they would go in every time. Like, why did you shoot it? Like, every time.
And Wade was a good playmaker, too. Wade was an underrated playmaker, too.
Bro, you see what he did with LeBron? He literally dummied his game down and made himself into a Rondo out there. Yeah. Throwing passes to LeBron all over the arena.
Mm-hmm.
And it literally just killed Bosh's whole career. Like, nobody's even talking about Bosh being a Hall of Famer, but literally the numbers show that he was a Hall of Famer right before he got there.
Agreed. And he carried the Raptors to the playoffs twice. Yeah, he was a top. Chris Bosh was like arguably a top 10. He was one of the top power forwards. He was one of the top 5 power forwards in the game. He was, yeah. He had a nice mid-range touch, a hard-nosed defender, great.
And him and Tim Duncan used to go at it. I love watching him and Tim Duncan used to go at it. I used to love watching their games.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. But when you play with LeBron, you got to take that back seat. That's why Kyrie Irving couldn't do it.
So is Greg Popovich going to make a run?
No. He had a shot. He's done.
He paid coach 1 or 2 more seasons, and that's it.
I thought he was done. I thought he was retiring. I didn't get it.
Nah, he's coming back.
The number one.
Because they got the little young boy.
Yeah, Victor.
You come back.
Victor Wembanyama. Yeah.
Bro, I don't even see him as like another generational talent. I don't see him as a Tim Duncan over there. I don't even see him as a David Robinson over there. I don't see him like literally being all of that. Honestly, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. If they let basketball go back to basketball, and they just don't, and they like stop leaving his lane wide open for people to just do whatever they want, a lot of these little skinny boys are gonna have to bulk up.
True, and he needs to work on his defense too. Victor needs to work on his defense too. Why was Scoot Henderson and other guys? I think they'll be okay.
Well, the league was robbed of the Zion.
Scoot gonna kill the league though. Scoot gonna come in and kill.
We got robbed. We were waiting on Zion to come after the draft, and you never saw him.
Yeah, he was a walk. Zion, when healthy, is a top 10 to 15 power forward. I'm not saying all the time. I'm saying right now, when healthy, top 10 to top 15 power forward in the NBA. He can fly. He can finish at the rim. It just stays a walking hospital bed. If he can just stay healthy and get a jumper, he'll be dangerous. And he's an unrated defender too.
So I think the league is trying to make up for time and money invested.
Bing, 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 bing. Tell him what he's won, folks.
There were millions spent on him before the draft. Like
that's why I think about the playoffs like that. There's literally, again, you know how much money was spent on these playoffs? They literally push. Hey, LeBron, get on my shoulders, right? Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about nobody else. Just literally look towards the end zone. We're gonna get you to the playoffs, all right? Now from there, do your thing, but we're gonna get you there. And yeah, he couldn't do it. So that's why I think they playing this. That's why I think this is going 7.
Good point. What's been one of your favorite games of these playoffs? One of my favorite games these playoffs for me, Warriors and Kings game 1.
Warriors Kings.
Game 1, yeah. That's one of my favorite playoff games this season. What about you guys?
I pretty much like a mix of all of them, really, except for Friday night's game. That's it. That's just good. Yeah, it's kind of tough for me.
What about you, sir? What's one of your favorite playoff games that you watched this year?
This year?
Yeah.
I can't even lie. It's not even going to be my own team. It's not even going to be my own team. In the playoffs?
Yeah, this year.
I gotta go Jokic, man.
The 53 points?
Man, that was nasty.
When he had
against the Suns. Oh yeah, when him and Durant was going back, and Landry Shamet was going off out of nowhere.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that game.
That was a good game too, man. But oh my god, dude! I mean, he was just like you couldn't, bro. Man, some of the shots you'd be like, "What are you doing?" Like, that's ugly. No, don't take that. Don't take. Oh, great shot! Oh, it's just one of those, bro.
Right. Another game that no one really talks about enough. I thought Knicks Cavs game 1 was good. Also, I thought Warriors Kings game 4 when Barnes missed that free at the end.
I thought that whole series was one of the best series.
It was actually juicy. Another series, a game that I don't think people remember enough. What about Celtics Hawks Celtics game 5 when Trae Young cold-blooded shut down T together with the big time 3 without DeJounte Murray? No one talks about that game.
Crazy.
That was awesome. Another game that I think people should talk more. I thought T-Wolves Nuggets game 4 and 5 was lit.
You know Sacramento, right?
No. I'm talking about Minnesota and Denver. Games 4 and
Oh,
5.
okay.
Yeah, those games were lit. Back and forth. The Wolves won an overtime game 4. Nuggets surviving game 5 when Edwards missed that 3 that would have sent the game to overtime. Yeah, I thought that was big. Even you guys, Heat Bucks game 4 and game 5. Those games were bangers. Whew.
Man, man.
That was
It,
old.
it actually been some good. I can't front. It's been some good. It's been some good, very good play games.
Yeah, that was some old Chicago Bulls, Jimmy Butler. There.
Yeah. Yeah. I even thought Sixers Nets game 3. Remember the game that Joel Embiid was in a scuffle with Nick Claxton?
Mm-hmm.
That game, and also when Claxton got ejected for doing a smirk. I thought Sixers Nets game 3 was lit when Embiid rejected and denied Spencer Dinwiddie. That was lit. What else? Oh my gosh, I thought Grizzlies Lakers game 4 when it went to OT. That was underrated. We had some juicy games these playoffs, man. Lakers Warriors game 1, Lakers Lakers game 4. Spicy games.
I think the West had the best games though.
Yeah.
Out of the two.
Yeah.
I got more highlights out of the West than I did the East.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, which would be more shameful? Let's say if the Heat, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but let's say if the Heat, destroyed the Celtics today, like the Mavs destroyed the Suns. You know what I mean? Game 7, which would be more shocking? Miami blowing out Boston or Dallas destroying Phoenix the way they did in Game 7?
Yeah, it wouldn't be out of the question. Like if they just went in from the first quarter, like if they just start, like they open up like 22-9 or some shit.
Right.
Raise the eyebrows. So, oh, this is surprising that they're choking at home. No, shit, they choked before.
Right. What were you, sir? Which would be more surprising? Your Heat destroying the six Celtics on Memorial Day Game 7, or what the Mavs did to the Suns last year? Hello?
You might have stepped off.
Right. I'm about to Chip. I'm about to bounce off myself. Gotta go to bed. Nice seeing you again, man. Happy Memorial Day. Please, my name's G Money. Please subscribe to my show, The Last Laugh Podcast. So please subscribe to my show, The Last Laugh Podcast. I'm gonna send it to you in the private chat. Yeah, I do the show with me, Biggie, Prince, and Z. So,
sure.
So I'm just gonna send it to you in the private chat.
That's cool.
All right.
What's up, KNT? In the chat, Chuck Norris.
All right, man. Stay safe, everyone. Happy Memorial Day. Stay safe. Good night.
Yeah, William Marquette. Yeah, you win the championship, and you going against fucking LeBron in his prime, Kobe in his prime, Garnett in his prime. Fuck, Still got Iverson in the league. Fuck it. We ain't even got to fucking all the bigs. Yeah, you got everything against you. Small market team, you're not really fucking established league. So yeah, when Wade won his first championship, yeah, I think that was a huge breakthrough. That's just me personally. I think my man kind of fell off. I'm gonna try to hang until the end of it. I don't know if anybody can get on just for a few minutes.
Y'all still there?
Yeah, you still there?
Yeah. Who is this?
It's devastating.
Oh, what's up, Devastating? All right. What quiz that? He gone?
Yeah, I think he bailed out.
All right.
Yeah.
Light should be coming on in a minute. Turn it off, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's going on, Devastating? Who you got? I don't think I heard you say who you had to win the championship. It sound like you don't think Miami gonna do it now. As far as the Eastern Conference go, I ain't talking about the whole thing. I'm just talking about the Eastern Conference. Look like Miami ain't gonna be able to get it.
Oh no, I got Miami upsetting them tomorrow. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Celtics gonna blow it at home. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Miami coming back to their senses, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, dogs. I ain't got no dogs in this fight, man. Like I said before, I'm 0-3 as far as picking out who gonna win, because ain't none of my picks came out to fruition. Shoot. So I gave up on it.
Should be a good one though.
Oh yeah.
It was game 7 on the holiday and shit.
Right. Right.
We'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, I just let it play by ear and see who come out and make the best team win, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't think neither one of them can beat Denver though.
No, it don't. Well, I think I will tell you something. Believe me, though, I'm looking at it like this: if Boston get a chance to get in there and play against Denver, I think Boston will sit up there and try to have a reason to they came close last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. Just like they get that second chance to do it all over again. You know what I mean? So I think they'll have a better chance of coming out than Miami will.
They're gonna be tired as hell though.
Well, all of them gonna be tired. Well, yeah, they're gonna be tired because they're just now coming off a 7-game series.
That's game 7, yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes that don't mean nothing. A lot of teams when a lot of times when them teams go 7 games, they get that fight in them. They still got that fight in them. The other team really ain't got. They got to develop that fight, and they might lose two out of the first 5 games. You understand? Because they ain't came up with that fight. They had to get themselves up back into it because they've been off.
I seen the Bulls drop the first 2
Yeah.
after sweeping the previous round.
Right, right. But then you got sometimes when this team that won 7, they get kind of weak and they hurt, and then they come up against another team and they fast and oh man, you ain't no telling how it go. But it is what it is. The dogs ride, the cream rise to the top. So the dogs stand out. If Jimmy Butler got that dog in him, I don't think he gonna let Miami down. And I know spokesman, he's a good coach. So after that, shoot, give it to whoever. Yeah, but I like what Boston doing over there. I like that. I like that little group they got as far as them 2 guys, them 2 young men. They got their head on them shoulders. The Brown and Tatum, they know what they want. So they just got to get it up and get it. And I think I think they hungry. Miami got 1 dog, Boston got 2. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll have to go and let this go. Though I don't know if Flight gonna come back in before it's over with. The 9 times out of 10, he's gonna come back on before it's over with.
Yeah, he's probably gonna shut it down in a minute. I wonder what time he coming on tomorrow.
But what time the game is tomorrow? What time is tomorrow start?
7.
At 7?
Yeah.
He probably be on by that time or earlier or sooner. He be on about that time because it's gonna be the last Miami game, so he want to catch that from the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna wait till 9 o'clock to come in there and bring in how that gonna work out. Yeah, yep. Get your notification going. Keep your notification going. Bell on. Yeah, he lets you know. He'll be on. Yeah, he will. Yeah.